He said he laid off you because of the whole Charlie Kirk thing, so there's that at least. Great. Remember when he also said that I falsely claimed that I was issuing a death threat against his wife, and then got mad at Destiny because Destiny took that as an opportunity to literally issue an actual direct threat against me? I think that shows you a lot about the calculations at play here. Drop the lawsuits, Ethan. Drop the lawsuits. You know they're frivolous. You know it has nothing to do with copyright or anything like that.
Anyway, guys, we got the EHD segment. This looks like a lot. So this is what I saw here. This is like all the quiet parts out loud, man. Is this not fucking crazy? I stacked this with iDubbbz at the top because honestly, most of these segments have started with the IA+. iDubbbz is saying that he wants to be the white Hasan Piker, just out there. He's just out in the open saying what everybody's really thinking. He strives to be an orbiter.
I might do different times, so it could be like during the night or something.
Dude, I gotta get out of the way, dude. The Hasan train's a chugging.
I haven't figured that part out, because I don't know if I want to be streaming when fucking Hasan's streaming.
I can't, dude. I didn't pre-watch the clip. I didn't know he was gonna just say that part out loud, too. Wow, bro. Wow!
So I haven't figured that part out, because I don't know if I want to be streaming when fucking Hasan's streaming. But I also might want to stream while Hasan's streaming because he deserves like a little competition. I think that's...
He deserves a little competition in the hour, dude. You see, iDubbbz staring up at the Goliath, like one of the largest political streamers, dude. He just, dude, come on, duders, dude, come on.
Maybe a good idea. Especially if people see me as like...
It looks like he's making decent money, right? On Twitch right here, what are we seeing? 1,048 subscribers is like approximately, what? Like 5,200 and something dollars. Now, Twitch obviously takes a percentage off their subscribers. Oh no, wait, I don't know how does September work? Is it cheaper? Does the creator, I assume the creators make more money, right? That's about $5 grand this month. That's not bad, right? That's like 4K. Yeah, it's probably like 4K.
Nick just started insulting
after
me
percentages
on Twitter.
Right?
He wants to be Ian from CA.
Look,
They'll push out Mike from PA. For
I'll
being
tell you
not in
right now,
California.
for 133 viewers, go look at the 133 viewers in the commentary community. Those guys aren't making $4 grand per month. You know, this guy's making okay money. That's all right. That's all right. That's a good first month's effort. Maybe 3K. Oh yeah, they'll obviously taxes, but I don't know how the taxes work. He has to pay American taxes, and the money's in Canada. I don't know what the process there. Well, he's not a Canadian citizen, so I don't know if that really matters.
The white Hasan. I might do different times.
So is it actually, this is the smart move from Ian. Oh, this is Smaggle. Positioning himself to be the main man when Hasan gets arrested by the government. True, that's actually like coming up right now. But before that, we have to take a look at our iDubbbz again. We're going to the evil subreddit. I missed the old iDubbbz snark subreddit. Channel warning, you are timed out from chat and can then chat again in 9 minutes and 40 seconds. That's a nuclear first frame. This is the Lady Gaga dance routine. Dude, look at this guy. Come on. Dude, this is like Slenderman Gangnam style, but like in current day. What the fuck is he doing? This is like if somebody can't even do the robot. He's just kind of flailing his arms and shit. Do people still play Just Dance? I remember they were releasing this game on the Wii, like years after the Wii wasn't played anymore. Somebody posted a tweet recently. It was like, for the Wii remote, do you know what this thing is? And then like Gen Z was posting on it being like, what is that? What is that fucking item? And I was like, I'm old. Oh, here we go, dude. Now he's got, look at this. Ooh, bring it up. Hey!
No, I'm not.
Dude, I actually have the perfect,
Googling that?
I got the perfect thing. I got the stuff here. I got the goods. I know people love the hard men working hard.
They never would forgive. They'd call the songs, tell the cops I'm gayer than they thought. I've got a taste for man flesh, and that will never stop. Cause I'm gay. That's right, I'm gay. Guess what, I'm gay. Yeah, I'm gay.
There we go, chat. That's the good stuff.
I recommend watching
What is
Nicholas
this, dude? I'm getting
DeOrio's
lost in the
latest
algorithm. Freudian slip from iCox?
Someone will be bringing you a hot, scalding cup of coffee.
Oh, no! Oh, God, bro. Oh, my God, dude.
Take a seat at the bar. Someone will be bringing you a hot, scalding cup of coffee.
Dude, a cup of coffee. No! No, iDubbbz! No! Oh, God. Freudian slip. No, it's a Freudian clip. If it's on Twitch, it's not a Freudian slip. It's a Freudian clip.
Take a seat at the bar. Someone will be bringing you a hot, scalding cup of coffee.
Dude, that's the equivalent of the Phil DeFranco thumbnail where he's like, Charlie Kirk finds out he's facing the death penalty. That is like that's a fucking bad one, dude. Dono sound, maybe new Dono. We gotta update the Dono sounds. People are complaining that we don't have more loud ones, more louder, and that's all I keep hearing from the fucking YouTube VOD viewers. Nick, we need the donations louder and longer, all right? They're too short. They don't interrupt enough. We need them to go. We need full minute-long donation sound bites. That's what people wanted, right? That's the VOD viewer. VOD viewer's like, fucking lazy loser. Who the fuck can't put their shit on a separate track so they can remove it for the VOD? It's like, dude, I'm sorry, bro. Do you think I know how to do that? Do you think I have any fucking idea how to put it on a separate track? Bro, I add the browser source to OBS and it just starts playing. I don't even know how to lower it. You don't understand. I lower it on Streamlabs. I don't know how to lower it on my computer. It just comes from somewhere. So I have no fucking idea how to do that. But thank you. I appreciate the criticism. I've spent longer than 15 minutes trying to figure it out, I'm telling you for sure. Recently, I actually found out how to pause them. Like 6 months ago,
Nick
I didn't.
just started insulting me
There was a
viciously on
time for like 4 years, right?
IDK how a quick segment ends up being half the stream, but I'm here for it. Also, I missed the last half of the
Thank
last
you.
stream.
Yeah,
I
it's
was sad,
coming.
but hopefully the VOD will be here soon.
Hopefully,
I was looking
as quickly
forward
as
to
possible.
YMS Dog Skullduggery.
I think it's gonna come after the VOD with Bingo. Bingo should be Friday, so I'm thinking Saturday. That's probably how that will work out. But yeah, I don't know, man. We got some Denims clips now. We actually skipped this segment from Ethan yesterday, so thankfully Yeet got the highlights. It's just a whole bunch of stuff mocking her for sounding and looking like a ventriloquist doll, which this is on the H3 subreddit. And it's a starting point for a fun video I'm working on. There's two things that I have here. One, I hope this image is AI. I hope this isn't your image. Two, I'm terrified what video you're... there's actually more than two. I don't know what's going on here. This is scary. This is fucking scary. If this is not AI, this is terrifying. Wooden clanker. Okay, dude. Fucking true. Dude, imagine you go into your boyfriend's house, right? And you're like going through the closet or something, being like, oh, how are we gonna ever live together or something like that. And you open up into the closet and then you find this doll, this like life-sized Denims doll with a open ventriloquist mouth made of wood. Okay, I'm just telling you, I would be thinking very negatively about you. Ew, that's terrifying. This is actually, unironically, I think this is very funny. I'm sure the joke is going to be hilarious, but I think that you should, like, is it a death threat to say burn this doll? I mean the doll, the physical doll. I think this doll is terrifying, like legitimately scary. This is some shit you'd actually see in a horror movie. This is like if Denims was in the Chucky movie, okay? This is Denims if she was the fucking girl from, like, I can't, spoilers, I'm sorry, I shouldn't, but like, it's who's the fucking girl from the Chucky movie? I watched all these things. Give me the Denims voodoo doll. I know what I'm gonna do with it. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you right now. No offense to Ghost Brain Online, but if I flashed a fucking UV light on this, what am I gonna find? What am I gonna find on this fucking porcelain doll? On this wooden doll? What am I gonna find if I put a UV light to this thing? Oh, Jennifer Tilly. Yeah. Wooden clanker. Is there any other comments? Starting point, I'm close to a video of wiping my hard drive after that jump scare. Bro, it's terrifying me. It's too real. Be careful, you don't want her smoke. 5 Nights on Denim Street. Wait, is this just a photo of Denims? What am I missing? I like how the eyes are slightly different. You're probably wondering why, Nick, why a ventriloquist doll? Ventriloquist doll. Ventriloquist doll?
There's a KFC in Yemen!
Hell yeah, dude.
Chucky goes Habibi. So haram.
Why is that? Because obviously it's a podcast meme. It's a bit of an older one, but it's come back and reared its wooden head.
Like watching this whole fucking segment, it's just more of that. It's like AB's voice quivering and like waving, and he's just like he's like shaking
talking about
and
his
he's nervous,
grandma
and
who's
he's
dying,
like, you know
and his
what?
sister who's sick. It's so funny.
She's doing the same bit.
Dude, she's Peepo Quirky.
She's just repeating herself. Look how nervous he is. Okay, Let's see.
Ian and Anissa.
Dude, it's so fucked up. They actually hid her power level. This is evil what they've done with Denims. Do you not agree? They've hid her power level by cropping the camera to her face. This is actually one of the most brutal fucking ways to cover this content.
I hate you guys.
She's doing a ventriloquist voice.
Yes, I'm reading off a script poorly.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
That would have been epic if I read my script.
That's absolutely fucking brutal. Again, but I think a ventriloquist is known for talking, right? It's a real lazy ventriloquist that's operating this dummy.
Like Minnie Mouse, though.
Jeff Denims.
What's wrong with being prepared?
Yeah.
These people are allergic to
Dude,
preparation.
the other day I heard him just scream Jeff Denims, and I hadn't watched and realized that that was what he was talking about. So I was just like, bro, if you skip 5 minutes of this show, it makes no sense.
Can you believe this fucking loser thought about this beforehand? I like to go into my reactions with zero thought, zero prep to make sure that I get sued.
But here's the thing. Nobody's coming to Nick DeOrio and saying, you motherfucker, your shit's not good enough. Dude, I go into almost every single thing that I watch and hear blind. Almost every single... Now, I do some baseline research on who I'm talking about. I've obviously created full dockets here. But for the actual video, for the most part, you're getting my, like, raw reaction to it. I just select topics that I'm knowledgeable on, so I can then jump and show you additional things. And my segments that are on 30-minute videos easily, many times, eclipse like an hour and 30 of coverage. I also, since a lot of this has started coming up, and I think as early as January, I really made this pivot. On videos that I largely agree with, I try not to consume the entire thing. I obviously make the comment to go watch the original, support the original release and stuff. That's been more recent, like the verbal communication part. But yeah, I mean, I go into a lot of this stuff blind. I think that my reaction to YMS that you're going to see obviously in a couple days, or if you're watching this VOD, probably before this, is better because I didn't see it ahead of time. I did not know what I was expecting. And it's also a bit more challenging because you have to, like, whatever you say about a given topic is going to get clipped, shipped, and ran with, right? So if you have like a tremendously horrendous fucking take live, it's also a bit more fun that way because obviously significantly more things can go wrong. Otherwise, I'm just sitting here thinking about watching clips of what everybody else said and repeating all the same talking points. Don't you think that's boring?
I have not seen a beating this hard on a person since CT Ian's boxing in Creator Clash.
Nick, you're an optics guy. Well, the most optically sound thing to do would be wait, watch Papa Gut, watch fucking Augie, watch fucking I don't know, watch Chud Logic. Just watch everybody else talk about everything, and then just make the best take out of everything everybody already said. But that's not fun. And that's extremely boring, and then you're late, you know? So, I mean, that's the optical way to go about it. What Denims does is she's just a lazy sack of shit eating her lunch and fucking nodding off while the video plays in the background. That's the issue. That's my fundamental issue, is she's not even engaging with the content, and if she is, it's extremely surface level. You can tell she doesn't give a fuck about what she's covering. And giving a fuck about it is actually probably... 9/10 of what makes a reaction good.
Maybe if you did some preparation, you wouldn't be getting sued right now, freaking bozo dumbass.
Holy shit.
What's like a common name? Chester. I feel like that's a common like ventriloquist dummy name.
Chester?
Yeah.
Oh, you said as if you haven't delayed the Bo Black segment? Bro, the people keep saying if you watched it, you would immediately cover it, and that's probably true. I've literally not seen any of it.
Yeah, I guess that sounds somewhat dummy.
Chester?
Right.
I don't understand. The only Chester I'm aware of is Bennington. I don't really know how he fits in here, but obviously the ventriloquist stuff is coming back. And now obviously that was the ventriloquist clip, so we need the dummy clip to go along with it.
Oh, okay. All right. Moving on.
Oh, Chester. Chest. Chest her. Her chest. Got it.
Nice.
Literally.
Nice.
Moving
Nice.
on.
Nice.
Literally trailed off.
Ventrilo. I think this is one of the best disses I've thought about in a long time.
Stop. Do not call her ventriloquist.
Dummy.
Do not do that.
It's so accurate. It's so hard hitting. It's gotta hurt. It has to hurt. It's just so hard hitting.
Why do they all look like this? Yeah, no.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? You're talking about
Why do they all look like this? Yeah. Yeah, no, I've been
Whoa!
convinced for a while.
You know,
but why do they all look like?
When Dan says, "Why do they all look like this?" Everyone just goes, "Haha, Dan, very funny." When Nick says, "Why do they all look like this?" Uh-oh. We've got a problem here.
Why do they need to have rosy ass cheeks and
Super creepy ass
Who is they?
faces.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the modern makeup situation for women in America these days? The expectation that men place on them?
No. You know what's accurate? I wish we could show it, but it got claimed. I checked it. But there's a Key and Peele sketch where there's every time someone says something, the other guy goes, anyways. And the guy's like, anyways, what? And he goes, whatever. And he's like, give me a opinion.
Oh, okay.
All right, so yeah, that's the ventriloquist memes. Now, this is a bit of reading. Dude, I think that Kaveytron... Remember when Ethan said... Oh, sorry, Denims said that Ethan's lawyer was padding out everything, so it would cost her more money to respond because it would have to be read by legal, and a longer thing would be crafted, and when they go by the hour or whatever. Kaveytron does that, but for my patients. This is like a lot of writing for Kaveytron, who otherwise is like fucking retarded. So like, I'm not really, I don't even think, this isn't even the whole big one, is it? There's another one, isn't there? There's a big dog pit bull statement, I thought. Or was that, oh my God, bro, please, please, Casey, please, Casey. What am I supposed to do with this? Oh my God. Okay, here. So this is a H3 snark clip. You can tell by the leftovers H3 purple background. Zach Lewis, I don't know who that is, calls Kaveytron. Oh, wait, that's his fucking name. Jesus. So that's just Zach. Wait, why would, okay. What the fuck? Kaveytron a bitch using sound bites. Zach called Anissa a bitch last week as well. Yeah, I didn't expect the last name to be in there. But yeah, let's see. You aren't going to threaten my entire livelihood with frivolous... Wait, hold on. Wait. All the lawsuit stuff aside, what made her pop off was being called a bitch. That was it. Guys, why are we not using this word more? Is this thing like pulling these responses? Is the word bitch responsible for this? Why don't we use this more? Zach uses... I didn't know. I just got a little nervous. He does go by his last name? Okay. I had never heard it before, so I got a little nervous when I saw it. My bad. Rob's Media, I'm on it. You aren't going to threaten my entire livelihood with frivolous lawsuits and get away with it. Ethan Klein, I'm going to expose the suffering that you're making me, an innocent white woman, go through every step of the way. I guess we tried already with, like, Twitch poll. I guess we tried already with like maybe the stoner community, but now she's appealing to the white woman crowd. You think I'm a bitch? What a cruel and what cruel and disgusting thing have I done to you? Last I checked, you're the one that sued me for something that you know is bullshit without even knowing who I am. Again, I don't think that he would argue he knows the lawsuit is bullshit. I think that he's pretty confident he's gonna fuck you up in court. Now, if that happens, is to be seen. We all saw the Carl Jobs stuff and get a little jolted after we found out what happened there. What kind of multi-millionaire monster does that to someone who makes a fraction of what they do? All these people do is think in terms of money, okay? For all of these socialists, don't want to have a job, doesn't believe in like organized fucking employment and stuff, and wants to be a neat for the rest of their lives, smoking fucking volcano bags and monster bowls or something, right? All these people think about is money. Oh, but trust me, Ethan, by the end of this, you will know who I am. I'm a survivor of circumstance. Fuck circumstance. That will make you crumble. Let the victim complex wars begin, and let it be known I am an innocent white woman being targeted by an insecure man for being friends with Hasan. So that's fantastic. That's fun. This is also like a bigger thing now. And again, this is crazy. Ethan has alluded to me being a bitch. As if this is like a rumor. Guys, I don't know if you know this. This is like a behind the scenes shit. We've got fucking journalists explaining this to people. They're not ready for it. I'm hearing in the grapevine that Kaveytron is a fucking bitch, dude. Yeah, holy wall of text. Listen, case in point, right? Case in point. Lots of typing, dude. Lots of typing. Since Ethan Klein has alluded to me being a piece of shit, a bitch, an awful person, or whatever else he said about me.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter? Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
Since many of you don't know who I am, including Ethan, who is only suing me because of my proximity to Hasan, I don't even think that Casey's in the house. Is Casey in the house? Is Casey really closely in proximity to Hasan? Or is it somebody who insulted insulted Ethan? Insulted Ethan's family? Did he make, like, she made like a comment about CPS? I thought that was like probably one of the things that came up. right? I don't think that it's like, a Hasan fucking... I don't think I've ever seen Hasan talk about Casey prior to this.
Is Dark Vibe AU a virgin? No, I am not.
I don't even think it's
be
proximity.
Googling that?
I think she's just an outspoken asshole. And then she made an extremely stupid mistake on her fucking stream. I want to take the chance to control my own narrative and tell my own story. This is her story, chat. As many of you probably know, being predisposed to poverty exposes you in front and center to things like drug abuse and domestic violence. Okay. Wait, no, hold on. As many of you probably know, being predisposed to poverty exposes you front and center to things like drug abuse and domestic violence. When you're saying you've been exposed to drug abuse and domestic violence, I don't you smoking a shitload of weed and becoming like terminally stoner counts as an exposure to it. You are the drug abuse that you speak of. You are like the crippling pot addict. And again, I don't use that term lightly. I think people who cry about weed all the time, for the most part, are stupid. But like at the same time, Bo Blacks and Kaveytron are living proof that you can use pot, simply just pot, as a vessel to destroy your entire livelihood. So that it does happen. I don't think that influencers should be hopping on stream stoned. Probably not a good idea. Twitch is a way out for me. Twitch was a way out of smoking weed. So what she did was she smoked 40 volcano bags in one stream and got sued. That was her way out. I went viral on Twitch in 2013, which was a tragedy, by the way. Right off the heels of Gamergate. Oh, no. Oh my God, dude. It's 2025. How? How is this hashtag still popping up? Bro, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me.
I just saw Keffel's tweet.
Everything is Gamergate. Everything is Gamergate. I turned all the misogyny that I received as a female gamer into a satirization of what misogynists through gamer girls were. I went viral and became Kaveytron. Should be case retard. Yeah. During my peak on Twitch, not only was I targeted on the platform by the platform, I was swatted and doxxed and had Photoshop nudes sent to my family members. Anything you could think of during the time I was receiving mass hate online with no support, even from the platform that I streamed on. So now we're reaching back in a decade's worth of like trauma, I guess, streamer trauma. I was facing even darker realities in real life. Why did the lights turn off? Because you weren't making enough money. I was taken care of and lost my grandmother. I was trying to help my mom leave an extremely abusive relationship and get clean. The doxing, swatting, and abuse all went on behind the scenes. I was too afraid to ever speak on it publicly back then, in the fear that I would be made fun of and expose myself to further harassment. You were right. You were correct. There's no reason to ever wait. This is fucking crazy. This is absolutely fucking crazy. I was too afraid to ever speak on it publicly back then. So yes, talking about being doxxed is almost always a fucking loss. Acknowledging your dox in any capacity, you should be scared to do that. It would be in most cases, 99% of cases, it is the wrong move. Exposing the swatting in 100% of cases, with the exception of ones where people find out on their own, yes, announcing that you have been swatted, if you can avoid telling people, you don't do that. That's like you don't do that. And what is the abuse? Like your mother's abusive relationship with her father? Like what? Or step five. I don't. Again, there's no reason why your Twitch chat should ever know these things about you. Absolutely not. Under any circumstance should your chat be willingly fed this information. This is stuff that gets leaked and you go, oh well, fuck, now they know, and then you don't ever talk about it again. So looking back, I regret that young 23-year-old me didn't ask for help. Maybe it wouldn't have gotten so bad. It probably would have. Probably would have been worse. People would have locked in more. To shed some light on stuff I was dealing with in private, the day of my grandmother's funeral, my mom came to the cemetery with 2 black eyes the size of softballs. Again, I don't know what this has to do with you being sued. It's a good story, but it doesn't really appeal to me. He broke into her house and attacked her while she was in the shower. The years that followed were full of more emergency calls from my mother, more horrific abuse, and I was there completely powerless to get her to leave, powerless to get her to press charges, constantly confronted by her abuser, heckled him. Is this like your villain origin story as to why you do sleep streams watching live movies? Like I'm not going to sit here and empathize with you or feel bad for you. This is entirely irrelevant. Can you tell me why you react to full movies while you're asleep? That's what I'm interested in. She's jokering out. Again, this is all really sad. I'm sure somebody else might be shedding a tear. I'm not going to be that guy. I don't care. That's not why I'm reading this. I want to know more information about like the current situation. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, oh no, this sucks. I'm gonna go rip 50 dabs. Okay. Yeah, okay, yeah. Then I'd come home, turn on the stream, like nothing happened, go into character, disassociate, anticipating the next call, fearing it would be the one where I was told okay, so you're worried about your mom dying. I think a lot of people have to worry about that when they're streaming. Not in obviously the same circumstance, but like ultimately that doesn't really add any context here. I can't begin to describe how much the holding place I'm in right now with all this financial harm I'm being exposed to by an ego-driven man with malicious
started
intent.
Insulting me viciously on Twitter.
Oh.
Look, itch, who asked, honeybee,
So wait,
honeybee, honeybee.
Whoa! So now okay, I get this now. It's 2 paragraphs talking about how she was really stressed out because when she would turn off the stream, she would be presented with the reality that there was a person beating the shit out of her mom. Now that stuff has been resolved and that stuff is over with. Now when she ends stream, she sees Ethan Klein is suing her and she's making this comparison. I cannot begin to describe how much the holding place I'm in right now with all this financial harm being exposed to by an ego-driven man with malicious intent brings me back to my place of feeling powerless. So we're like comparing Ethan Klein to a domestic abuser. That's what that if you guys don't see what's being put down now, that poison for the well right there was to imply that the pressure Ethan's putting on her is similar pressure to when she was worried if this guy would beat the shit out of her mother. Cry bully behavior, cry bully in chief, yeah. This next year is going to be extremely mentally draining for you, and you have no one but yourself to blame. It's already kicking me into fight or flight. Good. It probably should. If you were sitting there stoned, you probably would have missed your deadlines. Back into that very same survival mode. I lived for 4 long years. Again, you're a fucking retard. If Ethan was ever going to settle with you, you probably should have just kept your fucking mouth shut and not targeted his crew after you were already starting to send fucking like settlement requests and stuff like that. If any chance of negotiation he's now saying is completely gone, maybe you should have shut your mouth. Probably would have been smarter. The type of survival that privileged people crying over the internet criticisms will never know. So this is like privilege now means able to afford this. I don't know what you were doing since 2013. But if you've been streaming regularly since 2013, I would assume that you wouldn't be calling other people privileged. I think that you'd probably have banked a decent chunk of money. Boogie was like big for 10 years and didn't even own a house. So I don't know what everyone else seems to be doing. Sorry, he owned a house, but he didn't pay it off. I don't know why the first thing you wouldn't do is buy a house and pay it off.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest
Yeah, this has nothing to do with her being a thief. Well, it does.
Jimmy Kimmel was fired by ABC.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, it does, because she's trying to say, hey, look at all this horrible shit, swatting, doxing, domestic abuse, alcoholism, blah, 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 blah. Ethan Klein is worse than all that. Because he's suing me. In 2016, I was able to qualify for a loan, and I bought my first and only home in foreclosure for a whopping $100,000. So you were handed a gift. We quickly moved in. I bought a home with enough space for my family and a place that could be safe havens for my mother away from the abuser. My disabled sister was finally able to get her own room. My father took over the unfinished basement and garage. At the age of 26, I was using the small success I had to house my entire family. So this is good. Who was literally facing homelessness had I not taken action. But again, that's only $100,000. Where's your money? What have you made in the last decade? And if this is like a significant portion of all the money that you made, why did you not have a job? I struggle to understand this. At the age of 26, I was using a small success I had to house my entire family. Yeah. In 2017, I met the love of my life, somebody who's fully accepted me and all my burdens I've taken on.
Nicholas the GOAT, thank you for the $5, my man.
I feel bad for that person. We just unofficially got married in Walmart last month. I mean, the jokes write themselves. 10 years later, this is more than just a home to me. This is the shelter and stability that I've never had and always longed for. What is this supposed to do? Raise the property value when Ethan takes it from you? He'll be able to sell it for a bit more, knowing that it meant more to you? Like, what is happening right now? Okay. Well, I mean, you're going to be a greeter at that Walmart probably in a couple of weeks, so it's good to have a background. Fun fact, team member Casey was married in this Walmart before she joined. Oh, God. This is the shelter and stability I never had but always longed for. The thought of losing a space that she's literally begging for Ethan to not take her house. This is actually, I mean, this feels good. This is good for your soul. The thought of losing a space that I thought I was going to grow old in, that I had remodeled alongside my father, that kept my family from homelessness. The thought of losing it all because of one man's ego is extremely difficult to comprehend. Well, maybe if you don't want to lose your house, you could start to be a bit more empathetic and be more reasonable and rational as to how you got in this position. Because ultimately, this quote-unquote man's ego could not have taken your house. Only your actions could have allowed him to take your house, just to be clear, right? He couldn't just snap his fingers and make the deed of your house transfer to him. There had to be something that happened in between. If you're this worried about losing your house, there had to be something in between that could possibly be your fault. I've carried many burdens in my life, but never one where the suffering feels so pointless. Ethan Klein is gleefully exposing me to hundreds of thousands of dollars in legal fees. Yes. As many of his fans and onlookers claim, I deserve to lose everything I own and be homeless because I'm an awful person. I feel scared, isolated, but again, if I didn't feel this before, after reading you compare him to the guy who beat your mother and to a position where you're like worried that she was going to die, then yeah, I'm on board now. Yeah, I do think that. Sure. Cool. I feel scared, isolated with the burden of telling my family the reality of what we're facing. I've been the matriarch of my family since my grandmother passed away when I was 23, the one that everyone can go to, the one that always had it together. That's terrifying. This is literally the kind of devastating shit you have to tell your family that men blow their brains out over. Oh, okay, so now we've invoked suicide here. I pray that Ethan doesn't back down on this. I pray that this is a solidifying message. There will be no more attempts to settle. That would be my request based off reading this. Yeah, this is like really manipulative.
Casey is like a squatter trying to invoke squatters' rights.
Yeah.
And Ethan is like the homeowner playing music 24/7.
Well, he probably will be the homeowner. I'm going to fight for my ability to keep my home and stay on top of these mountains and legal fees. Well, why don't you put your shit aside and apologize? But that would be a good start. That'd be a good step forward. Put down the trauma dump, put down the malicious intent, put down the I can do no wrong, and be a bit more humble. Maybe you can keep your house. I'm going to fight my ability to keep my home and stay on top of these mountains and legal fees with everything I have. Just clearly not the truth. I'm going to need as much space as I possibly can to go along the way. I'm taking one more mental health day. I don't think you can afford that. I'm sorry for all the real ones with the time away. I just really need to fully comprehend what I'm about to be up against. Again, we are talking about September here. This has been going on for a month. Okay, whatever. Yeah. Also, the next year isn't going to hold any breaks for me. That's good. Love and light on up for me. P.S. You matter. Your struggle matters. All your struggles matter. Fight the good fight. Solidarity forever. And then fake Ethan Klein wrote, I ain't reading all that shit. I'm happy for you, though, or sorry that happened. And then it said, Grok, can you give them a TLDR of my above post and encourage them to seek empathy? Oh, dude, you gotta seek Ian. Could you imagine, you're like, you need to find empathy, and then you just drive to fucking iDubbbz, please teach me the ways. These people who have hard times acting in good faith because their parasocial relationship being a YouTuber, Rob's Media dunks on her. Blue Zank, you broke the law. It's not up for debate. People online in the court of public opinion. It's actually for real court. Have you actually rotted your brain this much that you think controlling a narrative is the way forward here? Casey, you broke copyright law. This is what this is about. And again, Anissa Jomha tweets this out on 9/11, which was, by the way, I think Anissa Jomha had the second worst 9/11 ever. Okay? She had a really bad 9/11. It's the second worst one of all time. You could be a victim of child abuse and trauma and still be an asshole as an adult. They aren't mutually exclusive. Infantilizing women and victimizing them to protect them from accountability isn't feminism. So I think Anissa does not like your tweet. Or I guess, like, statistically she shouldn't. Sensitive Society's in here. Most people are like, yeah, I'm not reading all that. I'm dumb enough to actually read it. So that's kind of the issue. What the fuck is this? This isn't Olivia, right? My prayers and manifestations seem to be paying off good on Olivia. I hope she gives herself grace on this to pass to a higher self. She is still a young woman. Take it from me, a 34-year-old woman. Trust her. Is this about Olivia from the H3 podcast? I pulled some cards for you, Olivia. This one's free of charge, but feel free to tip my GoFundMe. 7 of Cups, do not despair. Reframe your mind with the new options that are before you. You can choose your... So, let me guess. Olivia took a mental health break and this psycho bitch did a tarot card reading about it? What the Okay, this is kind of funny. 6 of Pentacles. I'm sensing a draw is coming from a place of guilt. Now it's time to make it right by giving back in whatever way suits you. The Emperor is using your personal power to take action from a place of empathy and intuition. This is what you did when you quit. Oh, so I guess they thought that Olivia had quit the entire show. Yeah, this is like, I don't know. Casey's a fucking psycho. Sometimes it's funny though. This is the post we read before. You were one of the least sympathetic figures online, says Frank Hassel. Nobody cares. Time to get a real job. By the way, she doesn't have a job. While all this is being said, while we just read this entire thing, what Frank Hassel said is fucking true. She's writing this whole thing, and she is currently jobless. I don't know, dude. I feel like if I stream every other day for between 5 and 7 hours, which gives me enough content yield that I'm always ahead, I'm not missing any uploads, I'm posting daily. I'm not trying to like swing my credentials at you because I don't have any to swing. But like if I can hold down a 40-hour job and do it well enough that like it's going good, and simultaneously stream every other day and edit all of my own content to the point where when my paycheck comes, I've got no one that I have to pay for YouTube stuff, I feel like you could do more. Is that like, I don't want to be a dick here, which actually I do want to be a dick. If you, like, I don't really have a lot of empathy for people who are in this position. Like, obviously this is somebody who should not have been full-time, right? In the situation. Now, there is, like, yeah, obviously a lawsuit is an insurmountable amount of money, but like, I mean, you've already been paid what, like $40,000 from GoFundMe, and you're like crying about losing your job. If you're gonna cry to the internet about losing your fucking house, you better damn well be fucking working a job, right? You need to put in a little bit of effort. A lot of people want the internet to make all their money problems disappear, but they don't want to put in any work for this. I'm living proof. If you can work 40 hours, have a live stream career that streams every night for 5 to 7 hours a stream, and upload a daily segment every single day, if I can do that as a lazy person, right, and still balance social life and everything else while this is happening, to the best of my ability, of course, right, I don't really have a lot of sympathy for these people. Blame weed? I mean, I don't know. I'll take like an edible like once a week or whatever. I mean, I could do drugs too, you know, not like crazy drugs, but like, yeah, I could fucking eat an edible every once in a while. I could have a drink every once in a while. My entire fucking YouTube channel isn't grind to a fucking halt, but some of these people can't do that, I guess. I don't know. I don't understand Kaveytron, not even one bit. But yeah, that's kind of my run through there. Now we're gonna get to some of the Hasan stuff. You can't, I don't take 46 hits off a volcano bag, no. Does Nick do all that? Yeah, that's the channel. The channel is, well, I'm employed. I'm not a full-time YouTuber. Calling this a hobby by 2025 in September is probably inaccurate. It's now probably a second job or the first job. I don't really know how to, initially it was a hobby. But I think now it's probably not. I probably can't hide behind saying it's a hobby anymore. It's definitely a job. Like there's a company associated with it now, right? Like my fucking thing is associated with it now. So yeah, I mean, I work, I do this, I stream for 5 to 7 hours every other day, and I post all my own videos. So that's all me. That's all my editing. That's why the editing's not good. So yeah, it's essentially 2 jobs now, as cringy as that is to describe YouTube content. Again, side hustle isn't extremely accurate if it makes more than the regular. I don't think you could say the side hustle if it exceeds revenue from the actual main thing.
Jesus fucking Christ. He posted that video. If it's a conspiracy, you support it and not just discuss critically. Like, people are so dumb on it. Who, Ethan?
So Hasan now obviously like scoffs at the thought of Ethan Klein, when he has been covering Ethan Klein with us, alongside us, for months.
He posted that video. It was a conspiracy.
Thank you.
He's the Pope. He's employed. He's wiggling. He's a gay bee.
I'm not trying to bring any of that into. I hope you're aware. The intention there is not to like.
Nick, I work in cannabis in NJ. If you ever travel south, Nick, check out at Cookies
Hell
in
yeah.
Harrison.
I hope you know, like, I'm not saying any of that stuff to flex credentials or flex like money or something. It's like, I don't understand these poor bread tubers. I don't understand these YouTubers like Kaveytron, who's instinctively going to go to the internet for money. Now, obviously, a lawsuit's a different scenario, but going here for empathy on Twitter when she's not working a regular job is exceedingly ridiculous to me. Me personally, I get a bit triggered when I see people do that because they're not even doing the bare minimum on their own, right? That's like if you're not even making the effort, I find it.
No, I am not.
It's like when people
would so
are.
many people be googling that.
It's like when people
your
are.
40 hour
Sorry.
becomes the second job.
It's like when people do these IRL streams and they start talking with food in their mouth. That's like another one, or not even IRL. When they do these what are they called? Like the regular reaction live streams, and they start eating a big sandwich and they can't even chew their food before they speak while they're on camera. That triggers the fuck out of me.
You slimy Weasley fuck.
Just got off work, so now I'm gonna rewind.
Just chatting, yeah.
Here you go, though, Pope Wario.
Thank you.
Jesus fucking Christ. He posted that video. If it's a conspiracy, you support it and not just discuss critically. Like, people are so dumb on it. Ethan Klein posted my video of me criticizing people's conspiracy theories that like Israel assassinated Charlie Kirk to say that I was actually pro said conspiracy. That's so funny.
Oh, so I'm guessing a lot of people were posting a clip. For context, a shitload of people were posting clips of what was it, like a Destiny fan created thing? I think Tectone posted it. I didn't show that, and I don't even know if it's proven that Destiny's fans created it. But yeah, it was a bunch of clips of Hasan.
All right, whatever. Who gives a fuck, dude? He's an irrelevant loser. Let him cry in the corner.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Irrelevant loser, please cry in the corner, pussy, right? But simultaneously, we're going to keep talking about him because, like, of course, we can't let that die.
I think I have bigger issues to worry about, such as my number.
So, like your 15th interview about the death of fucking Charlie Kirk.
Number one op currently is also, now the second wealthiest person on the planet, formerly the wealthiest person on the planet, Elon fucking Musk, okay?
Elon is coming for you, bro. Elon is coming for you, bro. So yeah, that was another thing there. So this is about the Elon Musk stuff that we're checking out here. Grums is tweeting, who is insufferable, and I fucking hate him. I absolutely fucking hate Grums, but that's besides the point. Elon says, demonetize Destiny, let him be prosecuted federally for incitement to murder, domestic terrorism. All of Twitch, Amazon, Kick Streaming, and YouTube have to demonetize. Okay, so it's just calling for demonetizations of Destiny, Hasan, and Frogan. All right, clearly Grums does not know the acronym because he's doing it wrong. Destiny, Hasan, and Frogan. Is Frogan literally is the only fucking out-of-pocket moron who hasn't gone after Charlie Kirk's death, right? Frogan? Dude, they hate Frogan this much? Does anyone really hate Frogan? Destiny, Hasan, Frogan just doesn't hit right, That's not the right acronym. Frogan's not even on the same level as Destiny or Hasan.
Nick just started insulting me.
I feel like there's like 15 people ahead of her in line.
You know they're going to play Hasan's clips on October 8th on Capitol Hill, and we'll be able to react with joy on October 10th when Battlefield 6 drops.
Oh my god, bro. Dude, the Battlefield 6 guy is out of pocket. Absolutely fucking out of pocket. Whatever. But yeah, that's that. So Elon Musk jumped in and said Target acquired, or like, that's what we need to do, right? So now Elon Musk is involved. And at this point, you guys know my issue with the term slop tuber. Like, I think that everything is slop tube. Every content is slop now. There's no, there's nothing. It's all slop all the time, okay?
Why hasn't he banned you on Twitter then? I don't even want to test that because he's so petty he would. You know what I mean? He is so petty he would do that. And I still use Twitter as a primary mode of communication, so I don't want him to get any ideas. But yeah, it's the same principle behind like he's like a slop tuber. Okay? He's like a fuck.
I mean, is this not insane?
Fucking slop tuber.
How is he a slop tuber?
On the one hand, what do slop tubers do? Well, they'll be like, Hasan is a terrorist. On the other hand, they'll be like, he has a nice car and he's a socialist. It's like these two things don't make sense. Like, am I a terrorist or am I?
Wait, why are terrorists only poor brown people from the Middle East? Yeah, no, dude, Hasan, if I ever say you're a terrorist sympathizer or a terrorist, no, I don't think that you beat your stomach, hold a rocket launcher, and shoot it into a building. That's not what I thought. That was not what I was expecting. Okay? Dude, terrorism is not just like brown people and from ISIS to the Middle East.
Hasan is a terrorist. On the other hand, they'll be like, he has a nice car and he's a socialist. It's like, these two things don't make sense. Like, am I a terrorist or am I like a fake socialist? And also, are you a real socialist?
Bro, you want to be a fucking terrorist? You're not even a real turkey, dude. You're not even a real terrorist, dude. You don't even fucking dress. You don't even have Taliban outfits. You don't even play the music. What are you talking about?
Do you see what I mean?
He's still seething over the Porsche? Yeah, but he shot a video to try to look cool next to the Porsche to get ahead of the criticism. You know what, the one that doesn't come up enough? He bought like a designer dog. Remember when Deji bought a $10,000 designer dog and then it got put down because it mauled an elderly woman, and they didn't want to sell to him again because the breed is extremely difficult to train for someone who has no idea what they're doing. But then they sold it to him anyway because he offered even more money to like the designer dog breeding thing, right? That was how Tank 2 spawned in, and then it nipped him in the first video. That was so fucking funny. Obviously not the death of the dog, but like it was funny that he got nipped again in the Tank 2 reveal video. I'm sorry, the dog wasn't killed or put down. It was destroyed, atomized, turned to dust. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sorry. But my point is, he got a designer fucking dog as well.
Like, these guys love being like, this is a dangerous radical who must be deplatformed.
This is fucking radical, dude. It's fucking radical.
Off of Twitch, but he's also literally... he's also just...
He's what?
Dude,
he ran out of fucking mana.
Is this really?
He ran out of mana!
He's fine to be on the platform, but he's dangerous and should be deplatformed on Twitch.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Pecker. I appreciate it. Wait, you didn't even have to like Elon to recognize his accomplishments. Tesla, SpaceX. Okay, I don't care about the Elon glaze. Is he alive? Loading? Yeah, he just got, like, dude, immediately. I almost just said a joke right there, and it's not a good time to make that joke, and I'm glad I caught myself before I said that. But I also saw this clip, and it's legal mindset, so his brain went a little east on here. I fundamentally disagree with what I'm showing you.
What's up here, Jeff Bezos? So Elon Musk.
So obviously we know that Elon has tweeted Jeff Bezos in multiple Hasan related things, because obviously Jeff Bezos runs Twitch.
Saw this.
I'm going easty on this guy here.
And he watched it. And he tagged Bezos. And you know he didn't just tag Bezos. People were making calls, right? Because these guys, they're all these rich people, the ultra wealthy, they are like 1 degree of separation. They've met each other. They probably have each other's numbers. This was just to show he publicly called out Bezos. I bet there was some sort of phone call here too.
Why? I'm sorry. Has this guy never been known, like Elon Musk, to just do something on a whim? Where the fuck is this insight coming from, Mr. Lawyer? From your legal opinion, these guys talked about it behind the scenes? You're saying Elon Musk is a very calculated guy.
The ultra wealthy, they are like 1 degree of separation. They've met each other. They probably have each other's numbers. This was just to show he publicly.
Bro, you are so out of your depth here.
Bezos. I bet.
I mean, it could possibly be true, but I think that you're acting like this is like 75% there.
Was some sort of phone
like
call.
There's clearly something's brewing behind the scenes. Like, I don't think so, dude.
All here too, right? So now you've got Bezos in this, and Bezos. Look, we can say what you want to say about Bezos, right? Say whatever you want to say about Bezos.
What, is he too rich too?
But Bezos does like money, right? And Bezos wants his share, the company where most of his wealth is invested, to do well. He has his personal future. Even though he's been selling off stock, he's still the largest shareholder. He has the majority of his wealth still in those shares. He is not going to nuke his own value, right? For this. Yes, he did. He's no longer, so Bezos is no longer the CEO. He's the executive chair and largest shareholder. So he has a...
But like, he's been that the whole time, right? I at some point, these guys have to know what's on their site. Do we really think that Jeff Bezos has no idea what's happening on Twitch? I'll take if that turns out to be the case. I'll own that shit right now. But like, I feel like at this point, this had to have come up in some sort of meeting. If it's like a big deal. Do you have an Oreo watch? No. There's no chance Bezos gives a shit. What happens when Elon Musk tags him is it ups pressure. It ups pressure because, yeah, do I think the people who took Jimmy Kimmel off the air give a fuck about his comments about Charlie Kirk? No, not at all. I don't think that they give a flying fuck. That just apparently just happened. Topical reference. It's old by the time this gets uploaded, but you get my point, right? The people who are getting fired from their job by these conservative doxing organizations going through 5-follower posts on Facebook, like those organizations don't care either. Maybe some of them do, but the vast majority of them don't. Do you think that all these organizations... Here, let's flip it on its head. Do you think that these people give a fuck about gay and trans people during Pride Month? No. It's a money-making tool. Apple can sell a band that's rainbows, and then you guys will fucking buy it. Nike puts a rainbow swoosh on their fucking account for an entire month, which, notice, not a lot of people did that this year, just to be clear. This year is like a conservative presidency year. The sentiments changed. I didn't see a lot of fucking rainbows during Pride Month this year, but I always find it funny that you'll see rainbow, 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 and then Nike Saudi Arabia's got the black fucking swoosh on it. That's always been really funny. These people don't, like, these organizations aren't your friend. They don't care about social issues. They want you to spend money. They want you to come watch. Like, when like a YouTuber goes, I'm apolitical, all of these organizations are apolitical. They're going to jump in and do whatever they can when they get tagged too many times on Twitter, and that's essentially it. I only saw Palestinian flags. I didn't see Nike with a Palestinian flag, but that would have been hilarious. They can't do that for obvious reasons. According to Hasan Piker, of course, Hasan ponders if DGG will have any self-reflection after the right-wing apparatus went after Destiny. Now that Destiny has been clipped, how will this affect Hasan Piker?
The guy, Keemstar Orbiter, targeting Nick DeOrio now.
Thank you! We hit another goal! You guys have earned another goal, by the way. If you are like me and big fans of the AI glasses, they've just launched the new line. It's all up here.
I saw that as well. Isn't that interesting that Sex Pestiny, who has said unlimited violence, has threatened me with death threats, is now getting a taste of his own medicine after utilizing right-wing groups and right-wing content creators for years and years to actively try to get me deplatformed. He is now getting shafted by the very same right-wing forces that he has expertly used to his advantage to try and unsuccessfully deplatform me.
Who are the right-wingers? Are we the right-wingers? Like, are the media sites that are retweeting these people the right-wingers? Has Destiny been, like, in bed with... this doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. His community worked with fascists.
I mean, to be clear, in the past, it was that Destiny was the right-winger. Who are the fascists? Is it the Kiwi Farms people who spend every single moment archiving him?
He has called for my death personally. And also he has engaged in incredibly violent language and continues to do so. Okay? And now the chickens are coming home to roost for him.
Here they go. I thought the clip ended, but it didn't. Any minute now, Hasan. Is this just...
Will this cause his community to reconsider these allegiances?
I imagine no.
Probably not.
So yeah, that was a thing. Hasan is such an idiot. That popped up. Cenk Uygur chimes into the conversation, calls Destiny one of the most disingenuous people in American media. So now Hasan Piker's cousin, or uncle jumps into the mix. You're one of the most disgusting people in American media. I don't care what part of the political spectrum you're pretending to be in. I couldn't hear the part about sucking them off since Netanyahu was in your mouth the entire time, which is fantastic. Obviously, this came from Destiny saying these guys believe that Jews caused 9/11 and spent 90% of their airtime attacking Democrats and sucking off MAGA, because Cenk Uygur had said, proud of my co-host Anna Kasparian for having unshakable principles. I heard that Anna went fucking crazy like 2 years ago, but I've not heard anything about it or anything that's actually happened associated. So I'm not really sure. Did she go fucking crazy? I have no idea. But oh man. That's another thing. So now Hasan called out Ethan Klein for crying about Charlie Kirk.
And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I keep hearing from fucking dumb fucks on my TikTok For You page.
I thought it was dude. I don't know. No, I don't know. I remember Hasan cried like really awkwardly and performatively on stream before, right? What was that about? Didn't he do the performative tears? What could he possibly say here?
The reason why I'm bringing this up is because I keep hearing from fucking dumb fucks on my TikTok For You page about how, oh, you think Charlie
his dog?
Kirk's
No, it wasn't. It was like a political thing, right? It was on Leftovers? Yeah.
opinion on the gays was bad? Well, why don't you ask a Palestinian? And it's like, dude. Let's take a look at this clip.
Funny, I used to say...
Dude, what? Wait, what about... Dude, what? Can you elaborate maybe a little bit?
that, hey, if you as a gay...
I also think it's absolutely fucking annoying that we can't talk about anything without somebody invoking
Nick
Palestine.
just started insulting me viciously.
Is that the part? Is that the issue that you have? Because holy fuck, I agree with you if that's the case.
A person would go to Gaza, they'd throw you off of tall buildings, right? Now they don't have any tall buildings left, so I don't...
Damn, dude. Fucking sick.
All right, I've made like a version of that joke, but not like the one where they blew up all the buildings. I didn't do that.
When you mess with...
Maybe that's why Ethan cried. Oh, shit.
Wait, what?
You know, there were so many similarities between Charlie Kirk's rhetoric on Gaza and Israel and Ethan's rhetoric on Gaza and Israel. Oh, yeah, he did. He did cry. He cried.
Is it bad that Ethan cried about that?
It's just interesting because he's...
I feel like everybody should be somewhat worried that a social media influencer was assassinated at a fucking public event. But I some people don't seem to be... I don't know, have issue with... Not issue with it. That wouldn't be the right way to word it. But you're clearly not as scared as you should be.
You know, when you compare...
Also, yeah, the way he died was incredibly sad. If that's not... Even if you're not even considering, like, self-preservation, this guy obviously just had, like, publicly taken videos with, like, his kids and stuff. Like, the first thing I saw after watching the bullet escape his throat was the clip of his fucking family, like his daughter running over to him that was filmed, like, 3 days before that. And that was, like, soul-crushing to look at. I don't know. I think that, like, conservatives dying should yield some sort of empathy from you.
Reaction to...
You mean Ethan, a father cried about a father dying? How dare he?
Charlie Kirk dying and his tears... very different than the way he reacted to Aaron Bushnell.
Oh my god, dude. The guy who, like, fucking set himself on fire, killing himself. And dude, the only reason people talk about Aaron Bushnell now is to say that Ethan Klein had a bad reaction. That's the only time I ever hear this fucking guy's name. He didn't solve anything. He did nothing. You shouldn't promote people who kill themselves for their cause. You shouldn't, like, glorify suicide for no change. Yeah, absolutely. I have no problem with the way that people treat Aaron Bushnell. I only find Aaron Bushnell as a weapon to be wielded by somebody because the guy didn't have a good enough reaction to Aaron Bushnell.
Who gave his life.
Yeah, Aaron Bushnell, who gave his life for nothing.
When Aaron Bushnell killed himself in protest to Israel's genocide.
Also, do you think there's a difference between someone killing themselves and having their life tragically taken from them in a gruesome fashion at an event by an assassin while his apparently, and this is actually the most fucked up part. I read reports of this. I don't know how fucking real it was, but if it was fake, I was tricked by it. Apparently his daughter got scared by the gunshot sound and went to run to her father. Like, I mean, this is like fucking, I'm sorry. It's like there's not even, it's insane to compare the two.
He made fun of him.
Yeah, I mean, there is absolutely no connective tissue to link these two things. One person died, I guess, is the closest you could say. Hasan calls out DDG for making a viral clip that hit right-wing Twitter, literally using Destiny's community clips because I couldn't find anything recent of me advocating for violence. DDG basically gave them all of this false framing out of context shit.
Nicholas DeOrio.
Keffels appreciated the shout-out.
The kids weren't there.
There's a non-zero chance.
All right.
Out with the
Is it fake? Please tell me. I'm being told by chat that was fake, so I just want to be clear. I rescind that.
Conviction.
I rescind that.
Screaming about October 8th from now on.
Thank you. I will rescind that if that turned out to be fake news. I might have got trapped by it, but ultimately, yeah, it's a father who lost their life and whose child now doesn't have a dad and doesn't get to grow up with a father. I mean, for some of these people, like I don't know how old his kids are, but like how many memories is that girl really gonna have with her father when she's 25? It's like fucking, it's terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying. So this is the clip that everyone's getting fucking crazy about, is Destiny on Piers Morgan doing exactly what Destiny does every time somebody dies on Piers Morgan. It's just literal bait. And
Donald Trump Jr. is posting about it, saying this is the mainstream of the Democrat Party.
Okay.
I don't even know what the fuck to say. These motherfuckers are literally using Destiny's community's clips because they couldn't find anything. They couldn't find anything recent of me saying anything that's even remotely.
I thought he was going to show the clip.
Advocating for violence or anything like that specifically. And I know they're looking. I know.
Bro, there are so many clips of you. Why do you... Dude, oh my God, this is amazing. This is actually my favorite. Is dumb, sounds dumb, is dumb. But like everyone here is dumb. I think this is funny. This is great. I think this came out during the Vosh drama, right? Holy fuck. Yeah. All right, I don't really care about the DGG angle here. Oh, I did see this. Fox News called out Hasan.
And the far left is acting like
I
Charlie had
recommend
it
watching
coming.
Nicholas DeOrio's latest
If
video.
you wanted Charlie Kirk to be alive, Donald Trump shouldn't have been president for the second term. You need conservatives to be afraid of getting killed when they go to events so that they look to their
Oh, this is probably what Hasan was reacting to. I probably played that out of order.
leadership to turn down the temperature. The issue is
Wait, oh no, this is Destiny. I just completely misspoke. Sorry.
right now, they don't feel like there's any fear.
That guy's name's Destiny, and he just...
Dude, I can't believe this shit's on fucking national television.
Temperature. The issue is right now, they don't feel like there's any fear.
That guy's name's Destiny, and he just learned his fate. He's fired and banned from making any more money on his site.
Oh my God, dude. And the funny thing is, right, Destiny tweeted out his Twitch ban, and like everybody fucking fell for it. And it's like, normally that'd be like a funny meme,
I just saw
but people were going crazy.
On Nicholas DeOrio.
They were going fucking crazy about it. He tweets out that he got banned from Twitch, and I was reading like, it's blackpilling to see how bad research is, that nobody could have found this information out. And like all the stuff that was popping up was like a niche random tweet that somebody had made or something. This is where you really got somebody. Fox News reporting that Destiny's been quote unquote fired from Twitch. That's a big deal. That's a big fucking deal. I don't care if like Laura Loomer writes some stupid shit on her feed. This is a big deal.
That guy's name's Destiny, and he just learned his fate. He's fired and banned from making any more money on his site. You need conservatives to be afraid of getting killed when you go to events? CNN is defending this guy.
Dude, CNN. Dude, weaponizing CNN back is even funnier.
We can't punish people for disagreeing with us. We can't punish people.
Bro, Fox News waging war on CNN, and Destiny is a context casualty.
For being jerks and celebrating the
Dude, EHD continues to get crazier and fucking crazier, dude.
death of someone. That's not illegal, and that shouldn't be who we are.
She's right. It's not illegal to say Charlie deserved to die and you're glad he did. They have a right to say that, but we have a right to fire you. You can't walk into the office and say you're into homicide. You can't.
Why is he saying homicide like that? Like you're into one of those homicides? You can't do that.
Work at CNN and tweet. I'm comfortable.
Apparently you can, because he's a YouTube streamer and a Kick streamer, you fucking idiot. Holy shit, dude. On his site, yeah.
Nick just started insulting me viciously on Twitter.
Then Hasan came out and said that it's, I guess they can use those clips.
Do you think everything he said is covered by free speech? Yes, I do.
Nicholas the Goat.
Thank you
for the $5, my
Appreciate
man.
it. Hell yeah.
I do. What's the name of the guy?
Is that the whole clip?
Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
Is the whole clip just him saying, yes, I do, and then fucking minute of silence?
Will be on Capitol Hill. 10,000 years EHD.
I'm stunned by how much...
Drama of the century.
Sorry, thank you. I'm stunned by how much fucking silence is in this video. What is happening?
I do.
Hello, Toastify. I just saw Toastify's here. Have you always had a check mark, Toastify, or did you recently hit 100K? I thought you had a check mark, but I'm not used to seeing it in chat. No, you just hit 100K. Congratulations! If I haven't spoke to you in ages. Congratulations. All right, bro. Come on. You can't be doing this to me, buddy. You gotta stop. You gotta stop this.
Not the death threats against you, though. What do you mean? No, ultimately, I think like everything that Destiny is trying to say here is obviously very clearly, everything that he's saying here is incisive deliberately. But what he's very clearly trying to say is that like Donald Trump needs to fucking lower the temperature. Okay, that's what he's trying to say.
Guys, Donald Trump needs to lower the temperature, and the only thing that I can do to get us there is to raise the temperature.
Is it like it's ridiculous for liberals to cave?
I have to raise the temperature as much as I possibly can, so Donald Trump knows that we need to lower the temperature. Yeah, Hasan thinks Elon Musk had beef with him because of the Grimes collab.
Tweet on Nicholas DeOrio.
Keffels appreciated the shout out.
Thank you.
Is Hasan the white iDubbbz? Brain skipped a long beat.
Yeah, Hasan is the white iDubbbz, true.
One of the last Elon retweets. Oh, he's still retweeting me? I thought he was going after Destiny.
What? Dude, it's got to be so fucking funny, though, to just pop up. Oh, Elon Musk has tweeted again. Oh, Elon Musk has tweeted again.
Now, what happened?
Sorry, I paused to... I muted to sneeze for a second, and then it just was more dead air, so I was completely owned.
He's back to crying about me again? Nice.
Thank you!
The goat. I appreciate that.
I appreciate that, man. You're awesome. Thank you.
Dude. Oh, there's nothing you can do, man. In this day and age, there is literally nothing you can do. If you got like a rich asshole who is I
mean, you could sue for defamation.
Genuinely
You could respond to him in some capacity if it bothers you.
Obsessed. If you got a rich asshole who's genuinely obsessed, there's actually nothing you can do about it. They will just like consistently hound you. Okay?
Why? Why is there nothing you can do about it? Oh no, look at me and my 40,000, 30,000 concurrent viewers on my live social media platforms with like millions of followers across several social media sites. Why is there nothing that you can do about it?
Just really go for it. It's the only way.
True. Oh God. All right, Hasan, say something. I'm giving up on you. I can't do segments where it's just Hasan.
I own an LCO. We in the community want peace. It's just crazy. You have a dude's baby mama on the stream one time, and she fucking says,
"Oh, it's all about Grimes. That's why Elon's in here, dude. Oh no.
Why are you so buff? Is it necessary?" And then he just makes it his fucking life's mission.
Amazing.
It's one time, bro. Let it go. Let it fucking go. Jesus Christ, dude.
Perfect.
Yourself Keffel's tweet on Nicholas DeOrio.
Keffels
Is there nothing you can do because you're not rich enough or because you're not asshole enough? It's both, but also...
Oh, dude. Bro, how much more money does he need? That's crazy, bro. Thank you. Speaking of rich enough, thank you for hitting the goal. I appreciate it. I guess I don't have Elon Musk sue money, but this guy has to. How much more money does this guy fucking need? He needs to become a billionaire for... Like, yeah, I guess Elon's super fucking rich. Whatever. All right, I'll rescind it. Elon Musk is like a fucking billionaire, but still. Elon Musk says Destiny and Hasan are in deep trouble while replying to a tweet. We showed this before. Oh, no, it's a different one. Another Grums tweet. The Alex Jones smear case was 1.4 billion. How much for Hasan and Destiny? Alex Jones said it should be 100 billion. And then Elon Musk goes, they're in deep trouble. And now this is where the deep trouble starts to like rear its ugly head or beautiful head, determining based off of, I guess, what your opinion is. Chairman Comer invites CEO of Discord, Steam, Twitch, and Reddit to testify on the radicalization of online forum users on October 8th, okay? Which, by the way, funny, that's a funny date to do that on. October 8th, 2025, Dan Clancy, CEO of Twitch, will then be speaking in front of Congress about radicalization and online forum use. Now, to be clear, the CEO of X was not invited to this, just to be fucking clear, right? So I think I understand where this is going. Obviously, the shooter's Steam has leaked, so people have been reviewing that. Twitch, I can only wonder why Twitch is being invited to this. Reddit, again, Reddit has been a massive pool of like praising Charlie Kirk's death. That might have something to do with it. And then Discord is obviously where apparently, allegedly, the murderer had been talking to his friends. Yes, I know.
I recommend watching.
And you know what else is massive?
Latest video.
Deep Trouble in Little China is one of my favorite movies. If Hasan's in it, then I like Hasan, I am afraid to say.
Today, House Oversight and Government Reform Committee's Chairman James Comer invited the chief executive officers of Discord, Steam, Twitch, and Reddit to testify at a full committee hearing on October 8th, 2025. The hearing will examine the radicalization of online forum users, including instances of open incitement to commit politically motivated acts. Yeah, so that's that. And then this is this is the quote. I didn't even realize the quote was attached to this. The politically motivated assassination of Charlie Kirk claimed the life of a husband, father, and American patriot. In the wake of this tragedy, and amid other acts of politically motivated violence, Congress has a duty to oversee the online platforms that radicals have used to advance political violence. To prevent future radicalization and violence, the CEO of Discord, Steam, Twitch, Reddit must appear before the Oversight Committee and explain what actions they will take to ensure their platforms are not exploited for nefarious purposes. I think it was probably good when YouTube went through, and I mean, good is subjective, but YouTube went through and banned a fuckload of bad actors. They hit people that I wouldn't consider bad actors, but they took a lot of crazy radicals off this site, like about 5-6 years ago. After a couple of articles got levied, and they have obviously raised their political, like, not damage control, I guess, their political censorship, quote unquote, has been aggressive enough that that YouTube doesn't skate into this meeting right now. I mean, I think that they probably do things a little bit better than the majority of these sites. Kick's probably not here because they're not big enough, because I don't know what they do to moderate anything on Kick. I don't know why Kick wouldn't be invited here. Otherwise, they're not relevant enough to be here. I remember that, yeah. I think that YouTube, in a lot of these scenarios, has taken, like, steps to prevent this stuff from happening. That's a thing. Hasan tweets about the House Oversight Committee inviting Twitch to testify. There is a sinister reason, and I think you all know what it is. So this is, like, he's calling for organized censorship, or he's calling that it's for organized censorship, rather. Twitch is not a factor in the Tyler Robinson investigation at all, and yet they're bringing that platform into the story. Oh. Wonder why that could be. There is a sinister reason, and I think you all know what it is. Which, by the way, you could probably partially blame Destiny for, right? Because Destiny making that lie. Did he do that before or after? Did he, like, raise more discussion around Twitch with that fucking tweet? Could you imagine if that had something to do with it? That'd be very funny. But yeah, no, I mean, Hasan, you and your friends are on the hot seat here. And if you're not, this is, like, the biggest dodge of all time, probably, yeah. Imagine if Destiny did... We'd have to give Destiny some credit for his rage bait if it got Dan Clancy brought in front of Congress, but I don't know if the timeline lines up exactly for that to be a thing. I also wanted to post this. I'm not going to get super into it, but you can check it out on my fucking Twitter. I was remembering, while Destiny does all the rage baiting, I forgot that he had like a seismic level meltdown about someone posting a picture of him at a university with the caption, if I can find it here. I obviously disavow this post. This is not a good post at all by any circumstance. Said like, hey, this is Destiny, a picture of him at a university, and said that they wanted someone to throw an egg at Destiny, which... assault, I disavow it, just to be clear. For any TOS violation people watching, not an incitement, just to be clear. But Destiny, in response to that, doxed this person, called for their LinkedIn to get leaked out to everybody, called for like Life Ruination to hit them. And it's like, it's okay. Like, whether you agree with that or disagree with that, I do think the response these days are funny. Like, watching him kind of like, oh, people should be fucking nervous and stuff is very funny to me. Here's an automatic L posting a picture of someone's name and location, then offering money for someone to throw shit at them on an account tied to literally all of your socials. Fuck off. This is way over the fucking line. If I remember correctly, that tweet about the egg had like 20 something likes before Destiny called this person out. I might be wrong about that. I don't know. What if someone shows up and throws a rock at me? What if it's just an egg? What if it's a scuffle starts and my event gets canceled? What if it escalates and somebody gets seriously hurt? What if something more unsavory shows up? Yes, this is Augie, by the way. If I had tweeted a picture of a person's location and I asked someone to attack them in exchange for money, I would have the entire internet on my back, which you probably would. I agree with him there. But the last one that I thought, which was very funny, is I also have a huge and highly involved group of haters. Maybe consider that before soliciting violence against me. Oh, dude, those audiences. A lot of people hate Destiny, those audiences. Maybe you should take into consideration the people who hate me before you say stuff like that. Yeah. It's super simple. Fuck around and find out. I hope she gets fired, was the take by Destiny back then. Again, I don't know if I would respond to this entirely differently. I just find it funny with recent statements. It's not like the biggest point on planet Earth ever. And obviously, when I posted, when I made reference to this in a comment, that was posted in Destiny's subreddit. And then I posted it here as an actual tweet, and then that was posted to Destiny's subreddit, and the fucking replies have been absolutely rancid. For the 2 follower accounts that have been brigading the as usual. But yeah, it's just part of playing on the internet. That's what happens. There was one more thing that I wanted to bring up related to this, and I can't quite remember what it was. I'll loop back to it if I remember. Congressman Andy Biggs, dude, big man Andy over here in the house, submitted Destiny's CNN quote to the House Oversight hearing.
Next one is a few weeks before Charlie Kirk was assassinated, CNN runs widely viewed interview with Destiny describing Charlie Kirk as...
just started insulting me viciously.
Oh my God, dude. America is not serious.
Anybody involved in online politics should be put on a watch list.
widely viewed interview with Destiny describing Charlie Kirk as spawn of Satan.
Without objection.
And let's see here. I think the next one is...
He's like scrolling Destiny's feed live in Congress.
Gosh, I'm having trouble...
I can't stress this enough. I don't want this to happen for this reason. I think that would be bad. I'm not like dog whistling here or anything. But this is the type of shit that will get YouTube to blow up a channel. I don't think that Destiny should lose his entire channel over this specific instance, but this is exactly the type of shit that would cause Destiny to lose his entire YouTube channel.
Finding, sir.
Like, YouTube doesn't have the traditional things that Twitch has. If they write an article about you, at least historically, that's fucking, like, not fucking it, but like, the more pressure that hits YouTube over your actions, and I haven't seen any so far, so that's probably a good sign, they will just cut ties with you and find an excuse to blow you up off the site. What the fuck? Why? So, back in the day, there was like a different, like, all right, with like Ethan Ralph, for example, his comments went viral about like the Holocaust or something. So they 3-struck him immediately. The minute that the Wall Street Journal article went out, he was kind of a casualty of PewDiePie. When the PewDiePie Nazi stuff was going on, they started talking about the alt-right and the heel stream kind of met what they were going for there. So they didn't give Ethan Ralph 3 strikes. They blew his channel off the site because of the Wall Street Journal article that was associated. At least that's how I remembered it. Yeah, when YouTube is getting, like, when you're normally using YouTube in a way that could potentially get you struck, they're awesome, right?
What's the name of the guy, Keemstar Orbiter? Nick DeOrio.
They're
Mr.
very
Oreo.
understanding. There are things that can be done.
Do you think Ethan Ralph will take Charlie's place? Like, will we start seeing Ethan in colleges debating?
No, I don't think he can. I don't think Ethan Ralph is going to replace Charlie Kirk. But like, so yeah, when you do something wrong on YouTube, they're pretty fucking fair. When you do something wrong to YouTube by being like a brand risk, they just blow you up, no questions asked. No strike system, they just blow up your channel. This is kind of reaching that territory.
I will submit it for the record later. The rest of these, I have another 30, so I'll just submit this.
Speaker,
That
Mr.
concludes-
Chairman.
Gentleman from New York is recognized for what purpose?
Point of information with respect to everything that Mr. Biggs just read. So what? It's all free speech.
First Amendment is alive and well in this great country, and thank the good Lord for that.
That's so fucking funny. I can't believe that's being said on Congress. All right, Hasan can't help but think of Destiny. Here's one more clip from Hasan.
Full weight. What the fuck? Well, parents.
I mean, that is base. Yeah, it is base free speech.
Are responsible to a certain degree, but you can't shield your child from exogenic factors which contribute to development, especially once they're older. Still, this family is crazy. What are you talking about? This dude's brain was fucking poisoned by being in Destiny's Discord.
Wait, what?
At the full weight. What the fuck? Well, parents are responsible to a certain degree, but you can't shield your child from exogenic factors which contribute to development, especially once they're older. Still.
Wait, what?
This family is crazy.
I'm sorry, I'm missing context here. Is he saying the shooter was in DGG?
What are you talking about? This dude's brain was fucking poisoned by being in Destiny's Discord since he was like...
Oh, no. I understand what he's saying. He's talking about Nathan. He's talking about Nathan, right? It has to be Nathan, like why Nathan is posting right-wing stuff and like a fan of Nick Fuentes. That has to be what he's talking
Nicholas
about.
DeOrio's
okay, dude. There. Okay, yeah. It's a bad topic. Bad topic.
Boy. Just imagine this Ethan
Thank
Ralph
you.
in colleges sitting behind a little table just defending his
Dude.
Christian faith.
Yeah, Ethan Ralph is like, dude, and Ethan Ralph's like, they brought me in to talk about Charlie Kirk today. All right, so come here, you fucking bitch. Let's talk about abortion. Are you drunk? You got like a smell. I haven't drank in fucking 6 years. The Ralpha mail's been clean as a whistle, you fucking bitch. Tell me more about your position on abortion and why it's not no one will fuck you. That would be Ethan Ralph on the campuses doing the campus tour. Can't get pregnant if you can't get any fucking dick. That's what I think out there. Next question. Yeah, you only hear the PPP voice. The Ralph male, dude, yeah.
What the fuck? Well, parents are responsible to a certain degree, but you can't shield your child from exogenic factors which contribute to development, especially once they're older. Still, this family is crazy.
I'm never gonna forget this. I'm never gonna forget when I went on a kill stream one time. Actually, I think I was on there twice, but the time that I went on, I was there to talk about the death of Coach Red Pill, who, funny enough, hadn't died. Right? Coach Red Pill wasn't dead. He was missing. So Ethan Ralph did an entire celebratory stream about the death of Coach Red Pill, who would end up dying eventually. And I was on there, and Ralph was so fucking drunk, which was very funny, right? Obviously not in a fuck you way, but it was very funny just kind of being on there. But I didn't realize how drunk he really was. I kind of heard him slur when we got into the call.
Nick just started insulting me viciously on Twitter.
But I made a joke because me and Augie had been live before that taking an autism test to see how close we scaled to Bo Blacks. Like that was a fun little show bit. So we went to Ralph, and I think Gator was still there at the time. And we said, hey, Ralph, you should take an autism test. Ralph did not realize that we were saying that in jest, and he was fucking obliterated. So he goes, you think I should take a fucking what? He's like, I should take a fucking what? And I'm like, oh yeah, autism test. Let's get your scale. We could scale you next to everybody else. It'd be really funny. He's like, and then I think he called me the N-word. He's like, motherfucker, I'll do whatever you want to call me an autist? Oh, Leafy, come back. You didn't even fucking stay after 2016. Go watch another fucking commentary video, pussy. And I was like, whoa, what's happening, bro? All right. Ralph, you gotta chill out before you say something that you're gonna regret. Oh, I'm not fucking scared. I live at 412 Olive Street, motherfucker. Come there. And obviously, 412, that's a reference to the Rick and Morty sketch. But he did say his full fucking address. And then they just ended the stream. I could not believe. Bro, I couldn't believe. I think I have this clip somewhere. It was one of the things they called them pill streams, but we were just like having a funny jovial conversation at the end, and then he screamed his address. Yeah, literal self-report. It was insane. I think I could pull this up. I think I have this. I think I have it censored so it doesn't show his address. Ralph. Let me look up Ralph on my channel. Ralph retort wall endings. No, I don't. I think I've deleted it. Kill stream. Oh, Nick's last kill stream, January 22nd. That's what the file is unlisted. It is called Nick's last kill stream. Brace yourself if there's any slurs.
Yo, Augie did something really interesting the other day. I think it would be really cool if Coach Red Pill came on and both Ralph and him simultaneously took an autism test.
I don't know why. Does this sound like I'm being a dick?
Oh,
And like we're laughing, Gator's laughing, right?
And see where they land them near the spectrum.
You look like the fucking moon man. Who the
Okay, so immediately this didn't. Yeah.
And see where they land them near the spectrum.
You look like the fucking moon man. Who the fuck are you talking to?
No, just because you take the test,
You're
doesn't
like
mean
the
you're
most
autistic.
autistic person of all time. Who gives a fuck about Leafy?
We're all pretty fucking
Who gives a fuck about Leafy and all these other motherfuckers?
That's what I
You're
remembered.
autistic as fuck.
Bro,
Don't try
make
to,
as
don't
many
try to hide
videos
it.
on Jake Paul, bro. Those
Yeah,
are money making
Jake Paul. Jake
Bro.
Paul and the suicide forest and Leafy and he shouldn't have left me back in 2016. Why
Ralph,
did he
you
leave
made
me?
videos on
Why
Jake Paul,
did he
you'd be a
leave
fucking
me?
millionaire.
Why
Bro,
did
So I'm like, yeah, why don't you make videos on? You can make a lot of money too.
Make videos on Jake Paul, you'd have
You're
been a
so
fucking
sad,
millionaire. You
dude.
wouldn't
Suck
need
your
fucking
cock.
new
Like how we're at
project
the part
too.
of
You
the
know
stream
what?
where Ralph.
You're a piece
Yo,
of shit.
Dick Masterson would have never needed to have your docs, so we could.
You're
And we're making jokes because New Project 2 is like a Patreon alternative, and they were saying that Ralph wouldn't criticize him because to do a Patreon alternative, you would have to give him your payment processing information and your like social security number. So I'm making like a joke in the context of the stream.
Not
I
calling him
don't
a
give a
cuss.
fuck. Fuck off. Bitch, I'll read my docs off right here live on the air.
No, please don't do that. Please don't do that. Please don't actually.
You think
No,
I'll
Ralph,
fuck
Ralph,
with you?
Ralph,
Hey,
Ralph,
Richard.
Ralph.
Wait,
Ralph,
wait,
chill
wait.
the
You want,
fuck out,
do you
dude.
want me? Do
No.
you want me to continue? Do you think I
Ralph,
give
this
a
was a
fuck?
bit, Ralph. This was a bit.
No,
Ralph, this
no,
was a
no,
bit.
go ahead, go ahead, no, go ahead.
On Nicholas DeOrio.
Heffels appreciated the shout out.
Bro, everyone's just silent because he just read his fucking address to the chat.
No, it was a bit, man.
I'm just saying.
Nick was
I'm just
fucking
saying.
around.
I'm just saying.
Hey, I can vouch. Nick is pretty autistic though, like unironically.
Dude, Augie was here for the whole thing. He's just like, bro, what is happening?
You scored higher than me, asshole.
I'm just saying.
You had like a 14.
I just want to
was
know what
11.
Bo Black's autism test was, please. I need to know this.
I think he was just over the threshold. He was at like wasn't he at 26? Because 25.
Yeah,
is
he
like
was pretty damn high.
Yeah, I scored an 11. Augie scored a 14.
And
I
why
think
is
Bo
the
Black's at
kill
26.
stream even still going? What the fuck? Somebody
Link
say
that
something.
autism test because I want to take that now. I gotta see how fucking autistic I am.
All right, let me find it.
I say we take this test on my stream.
Bro, Flamenco jump scare. No! And dude, and then Flamenco tries to self-promo like he did in every RFC stream ever of all time. Oh my god, dude. Fucking, dude, self-promotion Flamenco is his worst trait. Yes, that is the worst one.
All right, let me find it.
I say we take this test.
Yeah,
on
I
my
bet you
stream.
say that.
I say we take the test with the goddamn 40. Never mind.
Oh my, dude, holy shit, bro. Oh my god, I didn't remember that.
No,
Whoa. Yo, Russian roulette autism test? Let's go. Yo, if you score over 25, you gotta pull the trigger.
So that was that. I'm sorry, that was like a bit of a tangent right there. But yeah, that was the last kill stream I've been on.
What are you talking about? This dude's brain was fucking poisoned by being in Destiny's Discord since he was like 5 years old.
Yeah, okay, so he's talking about Destiny's son here. I thought this was about the shooter, so I'm glad we corrected that immediately.
He just threw him into the one of the worst.
You know, Hasan is, again, I don't really want to hear it from him, but he's not wrong.
One
Nicholas
of
the
the
goat,
worst
thank you
fucking.
for the
Oh, we're not
$5,
talking
my
about the. Oh, I was talking about Destiny. I thought you were still talking about Destiny. You're talking about the shooter.
Oh no! It's, bro, that's even funnier. He just went on a tangent about Nathan for no reason. Oh my, dude. Are you, dude? Oh god, bro, look at his fucking face.
I'm referring to Destiny's kid.
Wait, so we're not the only ones. Apparently his chat was confused.
I thought you were making
That's actually gold.
an argument about me saying.
Yeah, that's a dude. Yeah, I guess I wasn't wrong. I guess I was correct. I guess I got exactly what I needed out of that clip.
The Destiny's Child being a Nazi. As far as like exogenic factors works in this circumstance, this person's 22 years old. It's a little bit different than 14.
Mr. Oreo.
That's it.
Not
Remember,
a
I walked
DGG
away.
guy, but the Turkey Tom pipeline led me to you through Destiny's test vid for the January 6th.
Wait.
Now that Tom Dark
What?
is gone, you're all I have left. Thanks for the endless content, my
Shit
man.
matters. Thank you so much. But that is a crazy way to find me. You know, I do a podcast with Tom, right? You found me through Tom collabing with Destiny, and then that's how you found me, not like just all the times I've collaborated with Tom. That's insane. I guess we weren't doing a lot of stuff together. I don't know if you, because again, it's in the description of every single video. It's actually doing pretty well for like a low-key podcast that I don't promote nearly as much as I should. It's with Lord Vega. I recommend you watch it. Half Baked Podcast episode 144 just dropped, and it's about Roblox. Bro, the fucking production value on these podcasts. It's the guy who was doing the early episodes of Catch 33. If you guys don't know who Vega is, a tremendously talented VFX artist, former military veteran who taught himself After Effects, Premiere Pro, Cinema 4D, all self-taught. This was his passion. I think he's worked on significantly larger projects and stuff. I'll show you an example. But yeah, this is...
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Half
Like,
Baked.
if you're missing Turkey Tom and you don't get any Turkey Tom, we're gonna be... We post like twice a month here, and it's just us talking about YouTube drama, so this would probably get you. Like, this is Tom today.
I'm your host, Tom. With me, I have Lord Vega and Nicholas DeOrio. Welcome to the show.
What the fuck was that?
I hated whatever that was.
Yeah.
It's like,
Dude.
What is that fucking slug? So yeah, these things are, I mean, they do pretty well for what they are. We have like a bunch of members content. Just to be clear, I don't take a dime from this show. This is I don't think Tom does either. So we just do this for fun. I just like hanging out with my friends and talking about stuff. So this is Vega runs the majority of this channel. And
what's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter, Nick Oreo.
Yeah, like we talked about Mudahar. We used to do a lot more guest
I started watching
stuff.
you when Tom stopped streaming. Tell that gooner to come out of his goon cave.
Tell him yourself. He's on this channel. I mean, yeah, look, this one get like 65,000 views, right?
Is Dark Web EU a virgin?
No, dude, you know what this is? This is the same fucking shit that I hate with these freebooting fucking dudes.
Like all like the 3D art and stuff and different like I think we do it well. It's not like the state. It has like the baited podcast feeling, but with animated artwork, right? Yeah, Brad taste in music. I understand like the trauma. I understand what's happening in this region and stuff. But you guys need to understand that even though my family was killed in Hamas, holy shit, dude! What a random fucking clip. Thank you for hitting the goal. You guys have earned another goal. So yeah, if you want to watch more Turkey Tom, you can find him on the Half Baked Podcast.
How crazy is Destiny for going to a public TPUSA event tomorrow?
Oh shit! I don't want to invoke anything associated with that. Yeah, should I give it, guys? Should I do unsub or all notifications? Unsub or all notifications, chat? Dude, all. Okay, yeah, I want to do that.
Nicholas the Goat, thank you for the $5, my man.
After making that argument.
So yeah, that was a good clip. That one got me on the edge of my seat. All right, now this is another one. Now Hasan Piker. I got confused before because I showed the Destiny one. But in one of his I was going to debate Charlie Kirk interviews, one of his like fucking 50 that he's done, eventually he gets called out.
I want to ask you about your own rhetoric. I noticed that Elon Musk has been posting about you.
Yes.
I am often spoken about in negative lights online.
And I don't know the context of these particular statements, but here's a quote from you about landlords who don't want to rent out their properties. You said...
It's been 2 hours? Someone's like, oh, fuck, all right.
Kill them, murder them, let the streets soak in their red capitalist blood. Doesn't that make you part of the problem?
What is he gonna? Everything is out of context. Nothing was ever in context. I've never said anything ever.
With violent discourse.
This was in a conversation that I was having with a landlord friend of mine, and it's of course hyperbolic, and it's not meant to be sincere. This is not sincere advocacy. It's not a real policy that I would ever advocate for, and that's precisely the reason why when Republicans were desperately looking for any sort of incisive language that they could present, they went back to
Nick just started.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Very obvious instance of LARPing, an insincere statement that is obviously hyperbolic from, I believe, 2018.
My question stands nonetheless. Doesn't that kind of language contribute to the atmosphere of violent, even lethal violence in the United States?
Oh my God.
I don't believe that my insincere statements that don't reflect on any of my beliefs.
So he was prepared for this. He knew this could possibly
Nicholas
come
the
up.
Goat,
He's
thank
very
you for the
PR
$5,
answer,
my
very
man.
politician. Hasan has never sounded more like a politician than right here. So yeah, he is part of the problem, true. Yeah, 1 HP voice. It's a LARP till it's not. Dang, Australia, you news people actually ask people if they're interviewing hard questions. I'm jealous. And when the person being interviewed doesn't answer the question, they actually circle back and make sure they do. Yeah, the fact that she doubled down on the question was a thumbs up. True. Yeah, that's the H3 subreddit. So this is the letter from Congress. The Commissioner and Oversight Committee Reform requested your testimony at a hearing on Wednesday, October 8th at 10 a.m. in room HVC 210 of the U.S. Capitol Visitor Center. The hearing will examine radicalization in online forum users, including incidents of open incitement to commit violence and politically motivated acts. To confirm your appearance at the hearing, please contact the Committee of Oversight and Government Reform staff at number, and please provide your written testimony at least 2 business days prior to the hearing. You will have the opportunity to provide 5 minutes of opening statements prior to answering any questions posed by members. The Committee of Oversight and Government Reform is the principal oversight committee of the United States House of Representatives and has a broad authority to investigate any matter at any time under House Rule X. Thank you in advance for your cooperation with this inquiry, coming from James Comer. There we go. So that's that. Why would he leak this? Yeah, why would Dan Clancy leak this? Wait, why would Dan Clancy leak? That's a good fucking question. Why do I have Dan Clancy's letter? How the fuck did this get posted? Why do I have this? What, is nobody gonna ask where they got this? I just assumed it was some guy. I didn't even read that was Dan Clancy. Dude, doxing Twitch HQ? Holy fuck, bro. It's public? Oh, it's public record? I'm looking at chat. I'm sorry. I didn't know that. They just sent out an open invite, dude. No, it's, I guess it's like, you can pull up these documents and stuff when they heard it happened. I saw this is an old Hasan clip. I wanted to show it. So this is Hasan talking about, it doesn't even look that old, but it is.
I just need to clarify this because I did not know this was your dating philosophy.
This is the most important Hasan clarification today.
I find this amusing. You have to have already had sex with a girl.
Not all the time, but most of the time.
You would prefer to have already had sex with a girl before you take her out on a date.
For sure.
All right, there's no reason I'm showing you this. We could realistically move on to the next segment. It wouldn't change anything, but yeah. So you want to have sex with the girl before you take her out on a date, so you're not losing any money.
Sure.
Because
Dude, the socialist way is fucking the girl before the date, so you don't have to waste money on her if she's not looking to put out.
You want to know that you will definitely, that if you're spending money on her, that she will definitely be sleeping with you.
No, come on. Why are you fucking... No.
Look,
Uh-oh. He realized it was optically bad.
Don't be a dick, Grace. God damn it. No, it's not that at all.
It sounded a lot like that.
No,
it sounded a lot like that.
No, I can get pussy for free, motherfucker. Do you want me to say that on camera? Here.
You just...
I miss this Hasan Piker. This Hasan Piker is crazy.
Yeah,
no, that's not...
He gets so massively triggered. Yeah, he does get massively triggered.
And do you know what else is massive?
Explain. Dating is something that's more personal and more serious than not just sex, but just like meeting someone. Like if I'm gonna spend time with them out of my busy schedule, I would like to know that person and see if I'm compatible with them or not. Otherwise, I feel like it's prostitution and I'm just paying for their time.
What?
That's what I...
Dude, that's insane. Taking a woman out to dinner before you fuck them is literally just prostitution because you're paying for the sex.
I feel like. Okay. That's why, and a lot of guys and a lot of girls...
It's more ethical to fuck them and not take them out on dates and feed them because then it doesn't like act like prostitution.
Even see it in that way, as, at least in the straight community, where...
Now I know how he got into DGG so well.
They think like, oh, well, he paid for this dinner, so I guess I'll go all the way with him. Like, I don't want that sort of weird pressure around it. That's one. And then two, I don't like that there's this expectation that I have to pay for your time. If we've already had sex or if we've already...
Yeah, the socialist way is to just fuck them.
Spend time together.
His voice is off. He hasn't quite hit second puberty. He's not talking like, yeah, himbo socialism, dude. Another one of these. Because every time he gets mad, he's like, isn't that the guy that... Yeah, that's what happened, man. Yeah, that's what happened. Isn't that the guy that...
It doesn't necessarily have to be sexual or
At least there's no dead air. Yeah, maybe.
otherwise.
He talks slower and then his brain fucking... It must have evaporated over the years.
If we've already spent time together,
he goes full Carl Weezer mode when he yells.
and I know that I like this person, I don't feel weird about paying for a date.
But what if you have had sex with someone and then you're like, well, the sex was really
watching
nice, and then you
Nicholas
hang out with them?
DeOrio's
Bro,
latest video.
I gotta call this girl out.
I knew that socialism equals money for nothing. Didn't realize it was also chicks for free.
Hold on, I have to unveil something. This is fucking dastardly. Look at that hand watch, dude. It's called a wristwatch, girl. Okay? Listen. That's a fucking hand watch. Is that the crown? Yeah, the crown is digging into the fucking the front of your hand. All right, move that shit back. That's not where your wrist is. That's not where that goes. It's a fucking hand watch. Jesus. That's just awful. That's horrendous.
And you're like, but the personality sucks. But you've already spent
Yeah, that
time.
happens. That's like my secondary form of...
You can tell this isn't his show because the audio doesn't pitch his voice lower. No, it's old, dude. This is Blue Yeti Hasan.
Figuring out if a person and I are compatible. I figure out if we're compatible sexually, if we have sexual chemistry. And
Oh my god, the segment is called Mating Parkour. Thank you, chatter, who told me that. I don't see that was that Ludwig Horsecock?
I figure out, sometimes before, sometimes after. Obviously, it's not an exact science, Grace. Human interaction is complicated.
Hey, I'm your friend.
I know, you just put words in my mouth. That's why I'm being so defensive.
I was saying, is this what you're saying? And you said, no! And that's...
No,
I
you
was
didn't
just
say...
asking.
He's like, no, God, no, please, no, no! Grace Ballridge. He's not beating the Steven Crowder allegations. I wouldn't even pay for a date with her. Dude, that's like that's his version of the fucking Sargon quote. I wouldn't even pay for dinner with you. I wouldn't even pay for your meal. I guess that's not nearly as nuclear as the actual Sargon clip, just to be clear, but yeah, he is Shank. Dude, this is jank Uger, bro. I gotta go over a couple intro tidbits with you all right now. There's some funny stuff that's been going on. I don't know the order of these things, so things might not be as funny when I click on them. Oh, okay, yeah, this is a thing. So Drew Pavlou posted more rage bait now. He's like parodying going on a conservative run, and he's posting Charlie Kirk meeting Malcolm X. And I just hate Drew Pavlou. I just can't fucking stand Drew Pavlou. So I like him ripping off the Destiny like rage bait bit because it just means that more people are gonna hate Drew Pavlou, you know? Is this guy for real? This is a Destiny post? Yeah, this is essentially like one of his versions of like the vintage Destiny posts. But yeah, Drew's come out and he said that now. I also saw this one, guys. There's been an update on the Charlie Kirk situation. I know you come to Nick DeOrio to hear your fucking facts about that. George Zinn, not to be mixed with George Zimmerman. George Zinn, the man who falsely told police he shot Charlie Kirk moments after the attack, which is why the alleged shooter was even able to get away, in my opinion, based off the information that I've seen, which is not potentially even accurate. He has now been charged with possessing what? What? Bro, dude, I'm sorry, that's out of fucking nowhere, dude. Oh god, that's literally out of nowhere. Like, what the fuck? Dude, they got this guy. Apparently it's on obstruction of justice and apparently also CP. Ultimate Reddit review? No, that's not Reddit review anymore.
Just started insulting
that's
me
not
viciously
Reddit
on
review.
Twitter.
That's
WTF, why did the gay furry strike your stream for revealing his ZP?
We're gonna go through that allegation. Obviously, I don't think YMS had anything to do with my video being removed. It was just really bad timing. Despite my issues with my new issues that I have now with YMS.
How many destinies does he have though?
All right. I need to know why this Pokeball keeps making noise. I'm removing it from its charging port. Okay, I saw this one too. For another little minor tidbit here, Logan Paul has claimed TSA agents stole $300,000 worth of watches. And that is obviously like the Patek Philippe watch, right? I'm sorry. This just made me laugh, bro. Doesn't feel good to be on the receiving end of a scam, does it? I feel like this guy could get robbed in broad daylight and people would laugh. Thank you.
Shout out to Bonafide Boxing on YouTube, Mike and
Yes,
Pete.
dude.
They
Shout
released a
out.
video
We checked
of
that out
Ian
last
versus
stream.
Gabe, featuring Anissa on their channel.
Yeah, dude, the TSA agent's name, none other than Ethan Money Klein. Okay. Oh, I didn't even show you this. Holy fuck, dude. Holy fuck, dude. Phil! I have been known to make the occasional spelling mistake in my YouTube content, right? On my Twitter, occasional spelling mistake. On my YouTube video, occasional spelling mistake, and it's really embarrassing because you should expect that your daily slop content would at least have the proper title, okay? But this is the worst one that I've ever seen. Charlie Kirk hears that he'll face the death penalty in first court appearance is the worst typo I have ever seen on YouTube. That is bad, bro. I think it's been fixed by now, but at the time of like setting up my docket, it had just dropped. So this is a new champ right here. This is a new thing. I think I assume it's already been fixed now. But oh no, you said I think he already did, implying that he was aware he was facing the death penalty. I don't think he was aware he was facing the death penalty. I don't think he was aware of very much of anything, which might help people get through that. Because holy fuck, dude, is that traumatic. But yeah, that was an insane title. Now, I do want to briefly talk about what happened after the last stream. There has been some misreported stuff. I saw some people, even in H3's community, who kind of got the wrong idea with it. And I understand, because I wasn't super transparent. I wanted to go through this process with like as little help as humanly possible. I didn't even reach out to my people who usually get me in touch with YouTube reps, I don't think. But I had a video taken down right after my stream the other day.
Keffel's tweet on Nicholas,
and I want to walk you through the process.
Appreciated the shout out.
Because maybe this will help
I too
people.
will viciously attack Drew because he's an idiot, but I will take Drew Pavlo over Bad Epanada any day of the week.
I love when people...
Drew is a bad person, but Bad Epanada is legitimately insane.
I always get tagged in shit where it's like, what is it? It's like someone will say like my name in a Drew Pavlo tweet and they'll add him and go, Nicholas DeOrio has been attacking him on Twitter or something like that. I love those fucking tags. Those are funny. So in our last stream, we talked about Your Movie Sucks, right? The controversy going on with YMS. We covered everything. It's probably going to end up being 2 segments for the channel. But at the end of it, I discussed how it looks like YMS had at least played a role in Rob's video being removed and a strike being placed on his account, which has now subsequently been put back up and age restricted, which is good. That's a good thing that happened. But YMS was essentially calling for the video to be removed for TOS violations, and then it went down.
Clancy has been called to speak to Congress.
Yes, we'll take a look at that. So that was like a big thing that like happened, and I didn't know how I was going to handle it, because obviously my intention there is to keep my video up and keep it, green, right? Like that's my big thing when I cover a topic or whatever. I'm trying not to put age restricted videos on my channel, because that can like damage my content's ability to be seen in the algorithm and stuff. And if it's something that needs to be spread, obviously you don't want that video being age restricted and dead on new impressions and new views and stuff like that. Otherwise it's just not going to get out anywhere. No one's going to talk about it. So while I was kind of pondering that for about 30 seconds after my stream, I realized that I got a fucking strike. Like immediately. I was like, holy shit, dude. Wait, how the fuck did it go down that fast? It didn't. The stream was fine. I was able to grab a local copy of the stream, and I removed that part of it because I didn't want to get a second strike if something crazy was going to happen before I woke up in the morning. I removed it out of abundance of caution, and I made a local copy so I can upload that segment when I'm prepared to. Right? Usually we don't do this. This happened 2 times. I think I did that with Dark Viper because I was wondering if Dark Viper was going to strike me, like copyright strike me. So if he did copyright strike me, I removed the original segment from the VOD that lies dormant on the channel. Then he can only strike me once. This is my whole process. I don't want to get struck multiple times for nothing or whatever, right? I want to try to limit the amount of things that could be hit on my channel if I have the opportunity to do so. So as an abundance of caution, because the strike was, to be clear, I didn't really do a good job explaining this. The strike was the Ethan Klein video. The Ethan Klein's unhinged Reddit account leaking. It was reading through the posts of r/pedotroll or u/pedotroll. So with this being something related to child safety, which is why the video is taken down, because I'm reading Ethan's comments, the Rob's Media and YMS drama is like half of the time was spent with YMS justifying why Rob was a pedophile and sending porn to children. That was like a thing. And obviously Rob didn't do that, just to be clear.
Really long?
But I was a little nervous if this video goes down for child safety and YMS is saying that Rob sends porn to children for the duration of the entire second segment for that VOD. I don't want to get hit here with a second one, because at that point I'm going to get a strike on my channel and banned from uploading for a week. That was where my mentality went to. Because the way that I found out...
The guy, Keemstar Orbiter,
Yeah.
Nick Oreo, Mr. Oreo.
So you got to be careful with that. There's a new thing on YouTube, and if you don't understand it, you're going to get in trouble. I know. I recently found out that Chud had a whole video removed over this. I didn't really even understand at the time what was happening, and I didn't really see it until after I think it was already resolved. But you can't read sexting logs anymore. Or if you do, you have to be very tactical about it. There are a lot of things you can get away with on YouTube that you can do. I could do the ultimate rape review bit. YouTube doesn't have a problem with it. But what they do have a problem with is reading sexting, graphic sexting messages. So you've got to be careful how you read those. What you really can't do is read logs of somebody getting exposed with a minor, like messaging a minor. You can't read those logs. YouTube has it. YouTube's current child safety policy, even if you're doing this to expose somebody, you're running a huge risk of just getting struck. You're not going to get age restricted. You're not going to get demonetized. They're just going to strike the whole video down. Whereas otherwise, you could probably deal with a few different outcomes. You can't do that there. So like when you see Vosh was accused, this is how it would actually relate to our content. I didn't really spend a lot of time on Vosh's DMs, because when Vosh got accused of sexting a minor recently, I knew, oh boy, that's probably one that we can't cover. And then Chud got a strike for it. You can't read that stuff anymore. Even if your intentions are good to expose somebody, you can't show that. That's one of the few things. I've gone back. I've removed my censorship of the word pedophile. I've removed my fucking censorships of the word CSAM, rapist. These are all words now. Words don't mean anything. I can use all of these in rapid succession or unison. This video won't get demonetized. It won't get age restricted. It won't get taken down. But if you do read sexting messages between adults, or even worse, adults preying on children, that will get your video hit. So that's just a warning to people who are covering this type of content. Now, this is kind of how my experience went with it when I got the initial strike. I got a message stating that it was a child safety policy violation for reading Ethan Klein's Reddit account. Now, obviously, you've heard this argument used before by bad people. I'm going to use it as best I can here. There were no children harmed by Ethan Klein's Reddit posts, his parody Reddit posts. There are no victims there. I'm not reading any logs of any victims. What I am reading are crude jokes that Ethan Klein made like 15 years ago, right? So there is no child that is unsafe here, but this was still deemed at the time of being a child safety violation. You understand what I'm saying? Did you take the training? Yeah, you can take the training. Taking the training doesn't mean that you can't appeal. They actually recommend you take the training immediately. It takes 3 minutes to do, and you'd be retarded if you get a single question wrong. You won't. So I got this email, and I went, oh, fuck, right at the end of my stream. So I went through, and for anybody who doesn't know how to do this and can't contact huge YouTubers, this is how I did it. I recommend that you follow exactly what I did here.
I recommend watching Nicholas
I put up a tweet
latest video.
because when you appeal this, right, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't show the original one. The original one was just telling me it was banned. In this instance, by the way, I didn't actually get a timestamp. It didn't tell me anything about my strike. You'll sometimes know exactly where it was. That could be helpful to you, especially if you want to, if that video comes back and you want to remove that section and then appeal for age restriction or whatever. That's like helpful. In the child safety violation, they just told me it was basically the whole video and they gave me no indicator on where exactly the damage was, right? So I make a tweet and I say, hey, Team YouTube, because if you appeal on YouTube, you're going to have to appeal on YouTube. They're going to deny it every single time. And AI looks at it and goes, this video's fucked. You have to go to Twitter. And even if you don't have a big Twitter account, they will find your tweet. They will respond to your tweet. And it doesn't hurt to help ask. I have retweeted like 80 of these fucking posts. Hey, my video's taken down. Nick, can you come help me? At me. I will do the best I can. If you can't get in touch with me, get in touch with Smaggle. If you can't get in touch with Smaggle, get in touch with somebody who has access to the Discord server. I'm looking to help people who are in these situations, because if you get pulled upward by somebody, it can usually get you boosted a bit quicker. Obviously, these are pretty serious things that happen. Oh, thank you for everybody who's supported the channel and gave me the goal. Sorry, but I just want to get through this part. So I reached out to YouTube. They've got a new policy now that's different than the previous policy before. It used to just be like a reply chain and then people harassing YouTube. I see like YouTube replies to me and then somebody like took a picture of the shooter who went into YouTube headquarters and said, clearly I don't think they want their employees reading these messages anymore, so they take it directly to DMs. Obviously I don't support those messages, but they just come in here and just say horrible things to the YouTube fucking staff that's working on it, right? So I took it to DMs. And all I did was get the link that they gave me, because this is now the way they're doing it. They're doing support emails. I'll show you the support emails as well. All they do is say, click this link, which sounds crazy, because why would YouTube tell you to click a link? It sounds like a phishing scam, but it's not. So I then, all it asks you to do from here is log in with your channel, and then it'll say, please advise the person helping you in DMs, and then that person will get back to you. I think their message was just like, all right, from here on out, no more DMs, no more tweets. Go to the fucking email address. So I get the email address. Yeah, it took like, this is like a whole day. A whole day is really passing at this point. We're at September 16th, so this is now yesterday morning, or I guess afternoon. This is 3. So yeah, I put this thing in on the 15th. It's probably still technically the 16th because it was at like 1 in the morning. So I put it in at like 1 in the morning. That's when the tweet came out. And then by the next day at 3 o'clock, they said, hey, this is obviously a copy and paste email. Thank you for reaching out. It's quite concerning. You got a community guideline warning. I can only imagine what you must be going through your head right now. This is like, I mean, this is just like fake empathy. It's fine. Thank you. I appreciate it. Do something. Right. And at that point, I waited a couple more hours. I think this was like literally, this is 10 hours ago. So this is today. I actually woke up to my video being reinstated. You get the notification in your bar or whatever. Hi, we appreciate your patience. We heard back from internal team. This is what they advised. We've reviewed the video and found that it is not in violation of our community guidelines, but it might not be appropriate for viewers under 18. In this case, we have placed an age restriction on the video. Content that sexualizes minors is not allowed on YouTube. We make limited exceptions for educational documentary. Yeah, so basically, this is what happened to Rob. I didn't even check with Rob, but Rob's Media's video was taken down on YMS. And when it went back up, it had an age restriction. My guess is you're probably just getting an age restriction now. I haven't seen anybody with this new system get their video to go back to green or yellow. So this kind of still sucks, but that video didn't perform super well anyway, so I don't really care about it. There is an option that you have now that your video is back up. If you are a YouTuber in this position, you will then be granted an appeal on your age restriction. You want to know a cheat code to fix that situation? All you do, if you don't care about the video or you plan to repost it, is go to the last 30 seconds where most people put their end card, right? You see it? This is my last 30 seconds. Get rid of the end card, get rid of the other things, and then crop the video down to your end card so it's 30 seconds long, and it will give you a 30-second video. It'll remove 1 hour, 37 minutes, and it'll leave 30 seconds at the end. Then appeal your age restriction. They will grant your appeal, and then your age restriction will be lifted. At that point, you can delete the video and upload it to a different channel. Now, why would you do that? Because YouTube rates your videos green monetization on the honor system. If you fuck up 2 in a 90-day span, you have to manually review almost every single video you post, which can cause extremely dramatic problems with revenue if you have to wait days to post important clips. You need that. That's important, right? You need that more than you need this video that got age restricted. So you can blow this up and then appeal, and then it'll trick YouTube into thinking that you rated it correctly, and it will reinstate your ability to post. Then you could just put this somewhere else if this video is not important. So that's my recommendation for how to deal with age restrictions and how to deal with, what's it called? Or how to deal with YouTube channel takedowns if you don't have access to Keemstar. If you don't have access to these other people who have contacts at YouTube, if you're like a layman or whatever, and you don't have like, because again, I wasn't going to go and pull all the strings for the pedo troll Reddit stuff. I didn't want to sabotage my friend's thing. I think I eventually did message Keemstar, sorry. But at that point, it was already getting fixed, so I don't think it had anything to do with that. But yeah, I didn't want to sabotage my relationships or my friends' relationships over the pedo troll leaks. I just wanted the strike removed, so I thought we would do this as a little test. I hope that helped. There's one more thing I learned very briefly before we jump into the mainstream stuff. I also learned that the way that community guideline strikes work now in 2025 is very intuitive. It's very good. If I got a child safety warning on a video, which is what I did, at 90 days, you can repeat, like, if you do the training, that warning is removed. And then the next time you get a child safety strike, they will give you another warning. But what I didn't know is you don't just get one warning now. You get one warning in each category. So if your video gets removed for harassment and bullying, you get a warning. If you have a video removed for harmful and dangerous acts and violence, that would be not a strike, but a second warning. You can have concurrent warnings over different categories. So if you get a child safety strike, a harassment strike, a violence strike, and then let's say like there's a weird promotional scams, like scam and danger and deceptive marketing or something, that's not 4 strikes, or 3 strikes even. That's 0 strikes and 4 warnings. So I did not know it worked that way. That's stacked. And that's awesome. It's super user-friendly that way. It's very transparent now. If people don't get a lot of strikes, I don't get a lot of strikes. You might not know these things. Every time I get a strike, it's like a new system to learn. So if I could provide any help to people who need it, I do want to do that. Anyways, that's your YouTube tips with Nick DeOrio. It's your tutorial. I'm tipster here. I'm tipping. YMS again. I saw this post on the Reddit. Before the internet, I want to fuck toasters. Don't be a fucking retard. Grow up. After the internet, I want to fuck a toaster. Google. Find a community with 1,000 toaster fucking community members, and then ruin your entire life. That's it. That's YMS. That's YMS in a nutshell. Probably a little worse. YMS probably a little worse, but that's true. I think that's pretty true. I'd say that's true. That's pretty true. I saw this as well, H3 podcast. I think Kino Casino covered this story. They should. More people should. Ethan Klein should cover this story. It's fucking crazy. And I got to be honest with you. I think it might even be right up Ethan's alley. It reminds me... dude, I don't want to say that they're comparable in one to one, but I see a lot of the stuff that made Ethan enjoy the Vosh arc inside the YMS stuff. Like, there's a lot of funny moments. There's no Tipster or Keffels, but... otherwise, there's a lot of funny things happening in the story that if he liked the Vosh stuff and covering the Vosh stuff, I think he's gonna like this. I think there's a lot of like lore pieces and similarity pieces there that can keep you interested, I guess. I watched Papa Gut reacting to this, and it was so shocking and disgusting. It's hard to believe it's real. YMS lost his mind. Again, I think only like 4,500 people saw my segment on this. Because that was who just happened to be there live while we were covering it, or like 4,000. I don't remember how many were there that late.
Nicholas the Goat, thank you for the $5.
But this thing was ripped from the VOD within minutes. So I'm editing this. I spent some time this evening editing it. I'm going to be editing it partly tomorrow, and I'm going to try to push it out for the weekend because I know there's a lot of people who want to see this segment. There's not a lot of discussion around this. I think people are afraid to cover this because strikes are coming off on channels.
Have some money for sharing.
Thank you. Like, people's channels are getting hit over this. So I'm going to do what I can to make sure the video stays up, stays green, and goes out to people. It's up to you guys. I think a lot of people have been begging me for the last 24 hours to make this thing available. So I know people want to see it. I'll get it out for you. I apologize for the way things have gone down, but we're back now. I also saw this tweet. Listen, if they want to promote the fucking LolCow podcast, the LolCow live show, this is absolutely the way to do it. Would you not click a fucking Wings of Redemption thing called Beasting on H3 members and debating race? Apparently Wings is going to be doing a 1v1 in Call of Duty with Love from the H3 podcast. But I'm sorry, I just keep getting lost here. The secondary dude, it's like mine's like the Bo Blacks one. Wings of Redemption's like my other thing I'll be doing today is debating race. I would absolutely click on what, and again, I click on it. I'm thinking I'm going to see a COD highlight. It's fucking LolCow, dude. New members, 29. They have a new members ticker on the screen in September. That's crazy, dude. That's fucking insane, bro.